Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. Happy Monday, child. I didn't cancel. That's the most I can say. I didn't cancel. I'm here. Okay, happy Monday. Okay, please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. You can follow me on social media and stuff, on the TikToks, on the IG, on the Twitter. I do be posting recaps and stuff on my TikTok. So y'all probably should go follow me over there too, because I did Project Runway over there. I had some comments about Housewives of Atlanta over there, and I might do some other drag and stuff over there, okay? Anyway, but look, y'all, I'm over today. My hair, I feel like my hair is crazy because I'm gonna do an hour. Hey, I'm gonna do an hour. I can do an hour. Because the one I was like, it's not that many topics. I'm sleepy. I was up until 3 a.m. last night, watching the Kanye show, the Jay-Z show I watched on TikTok. And so that did not end until 3 a.m. I still woke up at 8 a.m. and then could not go to sleep. And I feel like my lipstick that I wiped off my face is still there. And I didn't feel like being here. But I'm like, you didn't set up a live, don't cancel, get it over and done with, and let that be that. And then I remembered, that I had not been on live, I think since Thursday. Y'all know how funny acting YouTube can be when I take a little time off, child. It don't be pushing on my videos. So I said, no, go ahead today and do a video. So that way on Tuesday, you can get off work and go home and chill. Okay? But how y'all doing? Then, while trying to do my thumbnail, when I tell y'all I have never had so much trouble trying to do a thumbnail because I was just like, it's really only Jay-Z's concert to discuss. A little bit of Brandy, Tamar things or whatever. Little Boosie, let's define things, but I'm like, it ain't much. And y'all know how I feel, but it's not much to discuss. I don't want to be around. I don't want to be around here when it ain't much to get into. But I'm not, you said it, so come on and have a little chat. And like y'all know, again, liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, all that good stuff. I'm not waiting for no one to get here because look, the live was set. I'm here. I got the topics. I am going to just get into it, and that way I can probably really only do an hour, hour and a half. Okay. Now I want to thank those who are here. I appreciate y'all for being around here, whatever. Do not think I don't appreciate y'all for being here, but I'm ready to go. I am. But hello, hello, and hello. Okay. I'm still working for I'm still working for not cancel. I said, child, I'll cancel right now. It was just too late to cancel. I only canceled this late if like the power out or I don't have internet, and that wasn't something that I can do because I got power and I got internet. Okay. Um, I love the black thumbnail is black. Yeah, because I was like, because the majority of this conversation is really about Jay-Z. Jay-Z took over the world for 3 days. He had a 3-day concert over there, and a lot of other stuff that happened over the weekend was each day of his concert. So I was like, child, this makes something else be about him. Okay, find some folks in black, get Tamar, Brandy, a bit of color, and let that be that. Okay. I also like when I have my hair out because I'm not on camera. When I'm not on camera, you know, it's curly and whatever. So I haven't combed it out. But this is what happened when my hair be up in a bun and it comes out. Okay. But yeah, child. Truth be told, I like when you did the last night just peanut butter. Yeah, I'm gonna also start doing the random topic lives. Those will still be on regular days. They will just be shorter. So I try my best to do long lives since I'm not live every day. Okay. And when there aren't any topics, a quick little live is fine. That's it. But I want to get to the topics I have because again, I want to go to bed. I want to chill out, and that be that. Now, I was saving stuff, but I feel like I had saved some stuff at the bottom, and I be having to scroll. I be forgetting to do stuff sometimes. Okay, I didn't. But I had again, as y'all see, the most stuff is all the performances and people and things that happened in New York over the weekend, and that's gonna be the gist of my thing. But that really it. I want to be sure I ain't got to scroll down for nothing. I don't think whatever down, I don't care about it. But again, I want to get into a couple of things. Okay, now y'all know I try my best to make even the saddest situations a bit of information or whatever. And this to me is a piece of informational thing to go on. I have heard many conversations about people who are pro-life, even if they know their child will be mentally disabled in some kind of way. And I feel like this is an example of when you have a child and then that child is left in the care of other people, how that child's life can be worse. Okay. A 20-year-old Down syndrome woman found weighing only 82 pounds due to neglect and abuse from her aunt and her uncle, her aunt and the aunt's boyfriend. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because people be like, I'll always be there to take care of my baby. Well, that may not happen. Okay, that may not happen. And I just want people to understand you have to think about how will your child fare in life if you're not their caretaker. Because how you love on them and how you treat them may not be how the aunt and uncle do at all. Okay. So a Pennsylvania woman and her boyfriend are facing felony charges after prosecutors say they subjected a 20-year-old woman with Down syndrome to months of neglect, physical abuse, and starvation, okay, while she was under their care. Because again, people who have any kind of disability, any kind of mental illness, any kind of whatever your thing may be, where you need someone else to care for you, you are at the mercy of other people. So this 20-year-old woman was at the mercy of her auntie, okay, her boyfriend, punk ass one and punk ass two. Per Delaware County District Attorney Office, 31-year-old is a Yanae Clegg Brown and 35-year-old Nair Hassan Sanders were arrested this week and charged with neglect of a care dependent person, abuse of care dependent person. It began when police responded to a home after reports of what appeared to be a minor was crying outside on the front steps on the front steps during cold, rainy weather. Okay, this individual had been left outside for hours in 40-degree temperatures after being kicked out. Police got there. This person was not a child, but a 20-year-old woman. So y'all put the 20-year-old disabled person who has Down syndrome outside in the cold and in the rain. And folks thought she was a child because she had been neglected so much. It's crazy. So the woman began living with her aunts, who became really a guardian, following the death of her father. Again, when you are the parent and you leave the world, you leave that child to be in the care of other people. So I'm not saying no one should go and go to the chop shop. All I'm saying is think about who your child can be taken care of by if you are not there. It may not be your punk ass sister. Okay. Again, she was taken in by her father's sister. Witness told the police that she had been injured, prompting officers to request emergency medical services. She had a swollen right eye, multiple marks across her body, and showed signs of severe malnourishment. Okay. The woman lost approximately 50 pounds by living with her aunts, dropping just to 82 pounds. They helped food from her, abused her, and all these things, and they're both in jail. Now, I hope somebody beat their ass on Monday and on Tuesday. But I just feel like this is an example of you have to think about what happens if your child depends on someone else for care. It's the equivalent of if your parent is old as hell, if you put them in a home, is it a good home? Is the people taking your parent who's 89, will they be a great caretaker? Think about that for kids too. I hope they get beat up in prison. And that's my thing. I seen this and I was confused. One, that's the big ass bison. Two, I feel like if you're ever outside somewhere and you see a wild animal like a bison, a big ass moose, a bear, okay, even a hella deer, I just need folks to sometimes get out the way and go hide. Now, this bison outside, I don't know where it was at. Okay, let's see. A man was really injured over at Yellowstone National Park, the campground around there. Okay, it happened on Friday evening. It says where professional photographer Mike McLeod, I don't know, a witness recorded the dramatic encounter. Now, first of all, at the park, do the animals just be just walking around there? Now you can see the white man and the white woman see the bison and they're stopping and looking. Sometimes you can stop and look at trees and flowers and rocks, maybe birds. I don't think you should stop and look at the bison. Okay, because they stopped and got some pictures. Now, again, some folks may say, well, it's their first time. They don't know no better. How many times will they see a big ass bison? I don't know. I don't want, you know, I don't need to see, I don't want to see no whales. I don't want to see no bisons. There is no big ass animal that can hurt me that I want to see. I barely want to see dogs. And the fact that white man and white woman saw the big ass bison and said, you know what? Let's stop and take a picture. And the bison said, bitch, leave me alone. I'm in my habitat. I'm in my house. Oh, you mess with me? Okay, I'm up now. I'm up. I'm charging. Okay. The bison said, I'm laying in my home. outside in my living room, and you hoes around here fucking with me. Get out my house, okay? This child, this is me chasing the damn fly around. What was the fly moth, whatever. That was me chasing that bug around my house. I'm not laughing at the man, but again, technically, if the bison lives in the park, you in his house, move. Now, boop, okay, you was in his way. You was in his way. Now, again, I'm not saying that anybody should get hurt, maimed, murdered by a bison, but I feel like nature, nature is animals' homes. If I'm outside and I see a bug, I'm not killing any animal else. I may hit in my car I'm driving. That's because I can't dodge it. But if I'm in someone else's home, I can't get pissed if they see me in their space and want to kill me. Okay, that's his house. He outside at the campground. Okay, and I get it. This is also the Yellowstone National Park campground. Okay, so I also get that maybe in the campground they don't typically have the bison at the picnic table. Okay, but it's a park. It's possible. Okay. The bison then sat down to mind his business. Okay, and he's sitting there resting. And here come a white woman and a white man in outfits and suspenders. Take a picture of me and my habitat. Oh no, I don't like it. Okay. As you see, he got upset. Okay, I gotta beat y'all up. And he then conceded to chase their ass down. Okay, because why you playing? Now I also feel like when you see the big ass bison coming and running for you, why would you not get in a car? Because you can't outrun a bison. Okay, you can't. There's a car right there. You can't get in that car. You can't hide behind a tree of a bison. Okay, that car right there. Why did you not get in a car? Why did not someone open up the car and let Grandpa boop in the car? And now Grandpa done got to beat his ass, girl. Oh, it's also a reminder that sometimes don't take the picture. Get safely to your car. Roll the windows up. And if while driving past the bison, you can snap a little quick shot, do that. Okay. The flash could have frightened him, anything. Okay. I need people to understand animals are animals. They're not friends. They're not friendly. They're not dogs, cats. They're not birds that are house trained. They are wild. As you see, as you see, as you see. The moment that bison realized, oh, they took my picture, I'm a wanted bison. I killed 4 people last year. I've been on a run since then. And y'all up getting my picture? No, no, no. And boom. Okay, Grandpa got hit. Now, I'm like, whatever. Okay. It says the man was walking with his grandson when a massive bull bison suddenly targeted them from an estimated 100 yards away. The pair had reportedly stopped to take photos. That's the problem. Okay. You can't take no photos. Okay. Let's says campers thought the area had been keeping their distance from the bull and actively warning others as it moved through the campground. What if I'm at a campground and someone tell me, hey, JD, it's a bison over there. Want a bison? Big, a big one? Like it's alive? It's walking around here? I gotta go. Once you tell me a bison is roaming the campground, I'm packing up my shit and I'm leaving because he's letting me know he's home. He's home. And also, whoever saw that man running did not say, hey, sir, come get in my car. I'll help you, sir. Sir, run. Matter of fact, you should have ran up on top of that other. Anyway, I digress. The man alive. Okay, they say he's alive though. I think he's in serious condition. Cause you anyway. Sometimes leave people alone. Okay. Also, dangerous people. Okay, dating is dangerous. Okay, just stay single. Leave it alone. Okay. A woman is accused of breaking into a man's home with wine and water ice. Is it ice water? Okay. After their romance ended following one day. Now what happened there?
And we get a call for a woman breaking into one of our residents' homes in Fairless Hills. And we respond out, and sure enough, our officers see a 30-year-old female crawling in through the back window, and they take her into custody, and then we find out the whole story.
That woman has been identified as Lindsay Harris of Lower Gwinnett, Montgomery County, and the home police say they found her breaking into is that of a man she had briefly dated.
They had initially contacted each other about 6 months prior on a dating website. The male decided not to continue the relationship, but...
So were they fucking? Was it tender?
I guess the female wanted to continue it and came to his home and not only broke into the home, but had a bottle of wine and some water ice ready to...
What's water ice? Let me Google that. Because I'm like, what the fuck is water ice? Oh, the water ice is refreshing, dairy-free, frozen dessert made from fruit, water, and sugar. Oh. Okay.
Enjoy an evening with this guy who was completely shocked to come home and find her standing outside of his house looking at him through the sliding glass door, and immediately called 911.
NBC 10 spoke to the victim off camera. He says for weeks things had been moved around his house and appeared to be out of place, and he did not give Harris his home address.
People are pretty good at finding other people on the internet.
Why police suggest you limit what you put out there, and before you meet with someone and exchange information, vet them, as online activity has given way to new crimes.
Not only do you have stalking cases, but...
So she met this man on a dating site prop, as it said. That is crazy. Hold on, I want to start from the beginning.
And we get a call for a woman breaking into one of our residents' homes in Fairless Hills. And we respond out, and sure enough, our officers see a 30-year-old female crawling in through the back window, and they take her into custody, and then we find out the whole story.
That woman has been identified as Lindsay Harris of Lower Gwinnett, Montgomery County, and the home police say they found her breaking into is that of a man she had briefly dated.
They had initially contacted each other about 6 months prior on a dating website.
Breaking into the house of a man you met on a dating website 6 months ago, who probably has been ignoring you, either ignoring you for 6 months or fucking you for 4 months. And I don't know. All I'm saying is, ladies, the dick ain't worth it. The dick ain't worth it. You should not. Breaking and entering is a crime. You go to jail. You go to jail. Okay. No one wants to wake up and say, "Oh my God, why is that man I met 6 months ago at my front door? How the fuck you know where I stay at?" That's weird. Now I'm wondering, how much information did he give her about himself that helped her find where he stayed? That's part one. Part two is I wonder, has she been breaking in for a while?
The male decided not to continue the relationship, but I guess the female wanted to continue it and came to his home and not only broke into the home, but had a bottle of wine and some water ice ready to enjoy an evening with this guy who was completely shocked to come home and find her standing outside of his house looking at him through the sliding glass door, and immediately called 911.
Because why would you bring wine and the water ice? I think here we call it an icy or a slush. That's what we call it. That's what we call it. Okay. But again, did he used to know her? A part of me feel like they fucked. Okay, a part of me feel like they absolutely had sex once or twice. Okay, she know that dick feel like, and he then didn't want to fuck no more, or he did not want a relationship. But I'm like, I feel like he told that lady where he stayed.
NBC 10 spoke to the victim off camera. He says for weeks, things had been moved around his house and appeared to be out of place. And he did not give Harris his home address.
People are pretty good at finding other people on the internet.
I mean, you can find anyone you want to find. But again, ladies, don't go breaking in a man's house. Don't do that. You know, I don't even my rule, if I text you and you don't respond to my text, I don't text you again until you respond to my text. Because I'm not about to talk to myself. If I text you on Monday at 8 a.m. and it is now Monday at 9:30, if you have not texted me back, I bet you will never hear from me. Ever. Okay? Because you saw my text. Now, sometime, if it's a day or two later, but only one person I do that with. That's it. Because that person is difficult. However, the people I know that is just in my phone that I talk to, okay, I don't do that because that's weird. So I feel like if a man is not engaging with you, you should not break in his house and bring wine and water ice. Okay, you're going to jail. I don't think jail is fun. I really don't think jail is fun. I don't want to go. I seen this, and I was like, bitch, how did we get here? Okay, a DoorDash driver completes a delivery after being struck by a car. I said, now hold on, what? Now, first of all, if I hear police cars and sirens, I'm moving out the way. I'm gonna pull off because I don't want to be in the bullshit. I'm gonna pull off to the side. Okay, I don't know why she got out the car and then stood in the street. And yeah, she did kind of scoot back to her car to get baby girl move. Because she see the car coming and she realized it's close to me. I don't get why she did not get out the way, like move out the street. And the fact that after she got hit by the car, her first notion was grab the food. Not grab the food. Your legs don't hurt. First of all, if I was a DoorDash driver and someone hits me while I'm delivering your food, you're not getting your food. I can't get up because I need to sue the criminal who hit me and the police who chased me. Okay, because if the police wasn't chasing him, he wouldn't hit me and I wouldn't be paralyzed. Okay, my fingers broke, my legs broke, my neck hurt. Okay, my back hurt. You done fuck up my arthritis. You done raise my blood pressure. But I'm like, it's the fact that she noticed he getting kind of close. I'm moving out the way. Okay, but and it's not fun. I'm glad she's okay because I mean she walked away from it, but she also could be. It's adrenaline. She could absolutely have internal bleeding. She just don't know it. Okay. The DoorDash driver did tell ABC 13 News that she's in a lot of pain, but thankfully did not suffer any major injuries. Bitch, no, my neck is broke, my back is broke, Everything is broken. My arms, my legs, my nose, my eyeballs, my ears. I'm deaf now. I got migraines. Okay. But she picked up the food, walked, and delivered it. Child, no. I'm suing everybody. Okay. I've never been to Jersey Mike's. Don't know Jersey Mike's. I've never been there. Okay. But it's like Subway. This is a sandwich shop. So over there in Baltimore, a lady was around there and she was fussing with the employee. Now I feel like, look, the employee and the customer who be beefing back and forth at the end of the day. What's the right thing to say? What's the right thing to say? As a customer, we have to realize sometimes we can't just talk to folk any kind of way. Because they might cuss our ass out, okay? And as the employee, you have to realize sometimes you can't be all just rah with the customers. You have to be respectful, okay? But this interaction was weird. Well, not weird, crazy.
You said, who are you talking to?
You recording that?
Yeah, who you talking to? Yeah, I bet you won't say nothing now.
This face means, bitch, I don't care. And I want folks to understand. We are, but we're almost done though. We got like 2 more stories, and that's it. We only doing an hour and a half today, Mrs. T. Only an hour and a half. But thank you for being here. Thank you for all the folks who popped in. Hey y'all, I was in a different screen. I couldn't see nothing. But again, he looked like he will fight you at his job in the plastic gloves. He looked like I don't care. And sometimes at restaurants, okay, you can't bang with people who have that I don't care mentality.
My name is David.
Yeah, what you say? Get the fuck out, right?
Mm-hmm. Please
Yeah,
and thank you.
That's what you
Why?
said, right?
Why?
No,
Oh,
don't try to be nice.
why?
You said get the fuck out, right? You said get the fuck out, right? Say it now. Say get the fuck out. Okay, yeah.
Please
okay.
and thank you.
Jersey
Please
Mike.
and thank you.
Please and thank you. Yes, please get the fuck out. Please and thank you.
Yeah.
Broke ass is cutting for $10. Fuck on.
Because it's my birthday and I asked for a birthday meal.
It's your birthday.
Okay.
Fuck on.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, goof ass.
Watch you lose your job.
Look, your man standing at the door. Come on.
Right, not saying anything to you. And watch you lose your job, David. Broke asses on my birthday. This is how I get treated on my birthday at Jersey.
When somebody is cussing you out in their outfit at work, I don't think they care about losing their job. And I feel this is how we hear about shootings and fights and people getting hurt. No. When somebody's saying to you, bitch, get the fuck out, I don't care, just leave them alone. Because they may be a little bit on the edge. Okay, now also he need to calm down too. Because she might kill him. I don't know.
Jersey Mike.
Yeah, fuck your birthday.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Man, fuck y'all.
Keep going. And you're gonna have a whole lawsuit. You got the right one
A
to
lawsuit.
play with.
Y'all better have the money for it. Y'all better have
You don't need no money. Yeah. A whole lawsuit. Thank you.
Enjoy sandwich. Fuck on my face. What should I get again?
You should know what we ordered.
I don't remember faces.
You don't remember faces.
What kind of sandwich you get?
You don't. Where's your manager?
Right here.
Where's your manager?
Right here, man.
Okay, so you're the manager. So yeah, corporate will be called. Okay,
I
that's
already
fine.
called him, so you want to get on the phone?
Yeah, you can give me the number. Give us that receipt, please.
Just listen to your man, bro.
Give us our receipt, please. You very lucky. Let me just tell you that. Very lucky.
Very lucky.
Very lucky.
I know.
Very.
I know.
Very.
Yep.
Okay.
You're not going to do anything.
Yep.
Yeah, before you really what? Before you really what?
Fuck y'all.
Okay, thank you. You don't have to be sorry. It's fine. What you said.
Now, I'm wondering what happened. I'm really wondering what happened. I feel like even when it was like she went to the register and he was saying, "What's your name?" She was upset because he didn't. I'm like, "Cause he's supposed to know you." Now, it's not funny, but it's funny. Okay, she was going to redeem her birthday reward for a cheaper sandwich or whatever, and her and the man got into a little argument. Okay, the employee gave her a hard time even when she asked for a receipt. He said he doesn't remember faces. I mean, I don't either, bitch. I don't give receipts, but okay, but he went off. Now she gonna sue, I guess, for disrespect. Not sure. Not sure. No company should have to experience this in an establishment that is supposed to be welcoming and provide good customer service. I visit other. I don't care. Oh yeah, he fired, but I don't think he cared. I don't think he cared. So today, y'all, I went and got me some food. Right when I got off work, I went and got me some chicken from the good chicken spot around here. And I went in there, got me my little leg and thigh, little fry, okay. And they were kind of busy. And I'm like, "Ooh, they got some cookies now." They had some freshly baked chocolate chip cookies, right? And I said, "Ooh, how much is the cookie?" Not necessarily. I said, "Are those fresh cookies?" He said, "Yes." Okay, give me two cookies. And then he rang me up, and I said it was $3.18. I said, "Three for two cookies?" Y'all went to the store, the Kroger, got some Nestle House cookies, baked them, and y'all are charging $1.50 per cookie, whatever. Paid the $3.18, grabbed my food, came home. Did not realize it's like at home, they didn't charge me for my food. They only charged me for the cookies. And I opened my fries, and my fries looked burned. So I feel like God gave me the food for free because my fries were burned. But the chicken was good. And the cookie, bitch, it was a fresh chocolate chip cookie. It was real moist. It was, I just didn't think, because again, I called in for Jaylee. Oh yeah, add me two cookies. They just started doing cookies. Add two cookies. And I didn't even think when I tapped my card and seen 318, I didn't think about the money for my food that I had called in the order for. And so I just tapped my card and then put my card back on my purse. Didn't even think. I was like, "Wait a minute, bitch. They didn't charge you for the chicken or the fries." Okay. And got home and opened up my box. I said, "Bitch, these are some burnt ass fries." I said, "God said, get them cookies, girl, but don't pay for the fries because they burnt." Anyway, if I was in a restaurant, we probably would have been busted because I paid for my food. But it would have been my fault. It's your fault. I called the order in. You pull up the call and order. You had the receipt in your hand. Now, I think maybe when I said add two cookies, he I don't know, but I don't know. My point is, I got some free food today, so good cookies, and I want some cookies. A Louisiana woman is arrested after allegedly headbutting her daughter in the face, claimed it was an act of motherly love. Now, first of all, I'm not judging no one by their appearance. Okay. What I am gonna say is she looked like she headbutt people on a regular Tuesday. Okay. She looked like if she get pissed off at you, she might headbutt you. Okay. But that's just, but I don't think headbutting is a motherly thing to do. Okay. Let's see. Per the arrest documents, a witness reported seeing the woman allegedly headbutt her daughter when the two were walking through a Baton Rouge neighborhood. When officers arrived, they reportedly found the woman hiding underneath her home with two kids. You and the kids hid under the house? She was drinking before the incident, and the child was found with a knot on her forehead and told the officer that it hurt. How old was the kid? Why would you headbutt your daughter? Like, I don't even, like, that's weird. She was arrested again on July 6th for additional charges, including child cruelty, domestic abuse. They said because the police say she allegedly assaulted two children. She she assaulted two children and threatened her boyfriend with a knife when he confronted her about the abuse. First of all, take them kids from her. She's a headbutt menace, okay? And I'm gonna leave it at that because she's a fucking headbutting menace, okay? I seen this and I had one comment. It's this 18-year-old rapper. There's a little tunk. That's tune in the K. Is it tunk? Was arrested at a Georgia club where he was performing after being wanted on 6 counts of felony murder. Now, this is my thing. Did he know he was wanted for murder? Because if you know, okay, you have 6 counts of murder come around here, why the fuck would you go perform anywhere? Why would you, for what? He was a little toons, okay, with a Georgia club performing and got arrested. Okay, the 8-year-old real name is it Trevorian? Lindsay was arrested Saturday night near Club Rendezvous on an often in Fulton County homicide warrants. He was performing at the venue. Why would you perform if you are facing murder charges? Why? You know, he was arrested without incident or whatever. The officer, the police recovered multiple guns, recovered multiple firearms, including rifles and a handgun. You wanted for murder. You are wanted for murder. 6 of them. 6 counts of felony murder means you killed 6 people, right? Because each count for murder has to be a person with murder, in my opinion. I'm not sure. Anyway, 6 counts of murder. Why the fuck would you? He's a murderer. Most murderers have extra guns. I guess it makes sense. But why you got guns at the club? He's now facing 6 counts of felony murder, 2 counts of criminal attempt to commit a felony, 3 counts of aggravated assault, and 1 count of possession of a firearm or knife to commission of a crime. It comes from an incident from May of 2024. Y'all gotta stop murdering people. Just stop. That's all. Okay. Last random story. An Alabama woman faces capital murder charges after a $15 last appointment. $15 last deposit disputes left a pregnant last technician dead. Now, I don't do any service that requires a deposit. Luckily for me, my hairstylist does not require deposits. I don't do lashes and brows and all that shit. Okay, but allowing something as simple as a $15 deposit cause you to be locked up for murder and a pregnant person dead really means you should be in prison. A 29-year-old woman is now facing capital murder, okay, after dispute over $15 last appointment deposit turned deadly. Police say, is it Canandria Davis is accused of fatally shooting 23-year-old China Hickman at her home in Mobile on Friday night. Hickman was pregnant at the time, and her unborn child were both killed. It was horrible. She also had 2 young children. Hickman's brother said the argument began after Davis wanted a $15 deposit refunded for an appointment. Look. Okay. If you can't afford to pay the deposit, don't get the service. You know, it confuses me that people are so murderous over the littlest things. And if you pay a deposit that was $15, 3 5s, a 10 and 1 5, 15 ones, over the if you allow $15 to cause you to kill not only a human being, but a pregnant human being, meaning you killed her and the baby. Okay? 2 murders in one. But again, an argument because you wanted a refund of a $15 deposit for your last appointment. Okay, it says Hickman, who was killed, had posted a $20 last special on social media and was reportedly booked with appointments. But what else happened? That ain't even the story. I'm confused. Because all to say she wanted a refund because she debated a 20. Either way it go. Why I want to Google this? I feel like, was it really over $15? Y'all know I'm nosy. A mother woman is now facing capital murder charge for the shooting. Hold on. Stories had to make sense for me to do whatever. And that was like a partial story that did not make any sense to me, and I was confused. Okay, a shooting that happened, killing your mother and unborn child. Police say Canandria shot and killed 20-year-old China. Police had 2 young children. The shooting came from a dispute over $15. She wanted a refund for last appointments. On the day she died, Hickman advertised a $20 last special on social media and encouraged customers to send her a direct message to book an appointment. Brother said she was especially busy that day and believed she was running behind on appointments. It was a dispute of any kind will lead to a murder. Yes, it doesn't really show how it even happened. Jim Show Davis has previously faced charges including harassment, reckless endangerment, criminal mischief, and disorderly conduct. She was charged with 4 counts of harassment for throwing grass pellets at children. Bitch, what? That bitch is crazy. Either way it go. I just wonder if it had like more. I feel like either way it go, it's $15 fucking dollars. Bitch, on both ends. On both ends. You know, I can't police nobody's money. You know what? Maybe just a little $15 fee, maybe like $1,000 somebody else. I don't know, but I still feel like $15 is not enough to kill a pregnant person or person in general over. It's $15. Okay. At the same time, maybe some folks may say, "Well, it's her 15. It's her 15." I don't know. It's rich. Y'all stay. If you can't afford it, don't do it. You can't afford it, don't do it, bitch. Let's get to the celebrity things, but y'all take a little second, like the video, and then come right back. And we are back. Y'all keep thinking it's not gonna be look, y'all. Not 2 more hours. No, the hair is out. Y'all know if my hair is out and ain't no lipstick on. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay. I won't do Stefan first. What I want to do first? Hold on, because I got a lot of little random things. Okay. One, we're gonna say congrats. I still have not went and seen the microbiopic. Have not went and seen it, mainly because I know the ending. However, the biopic has made over $1 billion. Okay, Michael the biopic is now the highest grossing biopic ever made, and it's not even close. Well, first of all, duh, it's Michael Jackson. Okay, I wonder, why do people act like they don't know? Cause I was gonna be like, I was gonna be rushing, and whatnot. I was gonna be rushing, but I'm not gonna rush through, but I'm also not gonna take forever. Okay, not gonna do that. But again, I wonder why people act like Michael Jackson wasn't Michael Jackson. I feel like mainly anything that he does, anything that is a Michael Jackson thing, his fans are going to see it once, twice, 4, 5 times, and all these things. So I'm not surprised that it made $1 billion. I'm surprised they didn't want to do a 4-part Michael Jackson biopic, because his life spans that long. Period. We know the movie didn't cost $1 billion to make, so they made money. And I also hope that some of these actors who was on it got a back end deal. Meaning, if I was only paid $500,000. Let's say if I am like, I don't know how much Neil Long or Coleman Domingo got paid to be Catherine and Joe. And let's say that Neil Long and Coleman Domingo both got $1 million for their roles. Okay. I hope on top of that, they got a little bit of back end money, because the studios should not be the ones making the most money. Okay. If this thing then gross, $1 billion, and it hasn't even been out a long, the shit just came out 2 days ago. Okay. Just 2 days ago. Okay. So it's gonna make even more money as it comes out longer. If they do some replays of it, if they put it back in the theater, because they're gonna put part 1 out in the theater before part 2 come out. Okay, they're gonna say, hey y'all, go watch part 1 to catch up on part 2. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. But again, congrats to the cast of the movie. Okay, a whole bunch of money. Okay, a whole bunch. We like it. Now, first of all, because I have not seen Michael B. Jordan in a while, I was like, bitch, why does Michael B. Jordan look younger? Why? I was scrolling, so I said, hold on, bitch, who was that? I said, oh shit. I don't think we've ever seen Michael B. Jordan in regular clothes. I feel like whenever we see him, he's dressed up like either in a suit or like a distinguished gentleman. Okay, I don't think I've ever seen that man be dressed down. And I was like, I like it. I like a dressed down man. Little shorts, little shirt, little sneakers, little hat. That's it. Okay, you like a suit too. But I'm like, he look younger, and I wanted to share him with y'all. Okay, that's it. Now, Rick Ross. Why is Rick Ross out here with his titties out? Now, this is my issue. If I can't go somewhere and have my titties out, why can Rick Ross? Okay, when it's hot outside and we gotta wear bras and stuff, I don't want to be nowhere and have to wear a bra. But Rick Ross out here is free nippling it and titties out at a restaurant. Okay, now him and his little girlfriend, I think her name was Jasmine, was playing around or whatever. You know, hey baby, act like I want to get your number and we're gonna post on social media. But I noticed why his titties out.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I noticed you from
I said, nigga, why did his titty out, his nipple out? I feel disrespected. Okay, I feel disrespected. Okay, I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, I am upset. And I feel like if we can't let our titties out and be outside in the world, this free nippling it without getting looked at real weird, men should not be able to be out here, okay, with their titty out and the nipple out, and we have to cover up our stuff. That's not fair. And nipple is just hanging. It's hanging.
I noticed you from across the restaurant. I just wanted to know, are you in a relationship or anything? I would love to get to know you.
You should not. If I can't go in a restaurant and have my nipple I can't do that. I have to have my boobs covered up. What restaurant letting Rick Ross in with nipples out?
Well, I actually am.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, if she ever up, can I give you my number?
She has the
But
does Rick Ross notice his teeth look fake? Because he paid for them teeth. Teeth are supposed to have a little bit of space in between each one, not like a little line, a line showing the teeth. The teeth is just together.
if she ever up, I mean, because no one is perfect, can I give you my number?
No, thank you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you no.
I would like, babe, put your nipples up. If that's your man, my man, I would not want anyone else to see his nipples. Babe, put your nipples up. Okay, your nipples out, your teeth out. Okay, y'all, what kind of hair y'all think he used for his beard? Rick Ross' beard looked like a whole bunch of have y'all ever watched 90s porn? Okay, if you've ever watched 90s porn when they had all the bushiest of the bushiest region down there, they didn't shave in the 90s and the late 80s porn. Okay, I feel like Rick Ross beard hair looked like 1997 coochie hair. Okay, real taco meat. I feel it or the taco meat from his chest. Okay, I don't know who glued on the coochie hair to Rick Ross's beard to make it look real full, because it doesn't look real. It don't look real. And I know many men can grow facial hair, but Rick Ross facial hair looks fake. Because it looks too prim and proper. Okay, it's his child. That's fake coochie hair on that man's face. Because why your head don't have the same hair? Because in my opinion, your head of hair, your down there hair, all your hair be the same texture. All be the same texture. Why the hair on top of his head ain't as thick? If you can grow a thick coochie hair beard, wouldn't he have a little bit more hair up top? I'm just wondering. So I don't know what woman he paying to shave her coochie every month, and he keep the coochie hair in a little Ziploc bag, and if his beard gets a little bit thin, okay, they piece it in. I don't know. But anyway, all I'm saying is, Rick Ross, put your titties up. Okay, put the nipples up. Okay. Saucy Santana was around there. Do y'all watch? I don't watch anybody on TikTok lives. I'm not a TikTok live watching person. I feel like people be on, not all people, but some people be on TikTok just talking. Well, I'm child. Look what I'm doing. My point is, I'm not a TikTok watcher, but I know people be on TikTok talking. He was around the talking, right? And someone mentioned how he wants to be Nicki Minaj. And his response made me giggle.
To be Nicki Minaj, dark skinned Nicki Minaj. No, why don't I see that?
Why the fuck would I want to be Nicki Minaj with her big arm?
Hey, Fat, thank you.
So what?
Why would I want to be Nicki? Why would I want to be Nicki Minaj fat ass?
Well, look. Well,
Wait,
The fact that he's dodging the gifts is fucking hilarious.
you went to with Nikki?
Who?
You.
She called me a pig. Ooh. And y'all ain't do nothing about it, so don't say nothing now.
Nicki Minaj called Saucy a pig.
I ain't see that. Well, to her defense, people call me pigs every day.
they sure do. You trying to be Nicki Minaj, dark skinned Nicki Minaj. No, why don't I see that?
Why the fuck would I want to be Nicki Minaj with her big arm?
Hey, Fat.
Not big arm, child. Saucy Santana is the perfect example of use what you got to get what you want. Because he said, bitch, I'm going to talk y'all to death and get paid while I do it. Okay, I don't have to make no music. I am entertaining in my green wig and my chain and my voice. Okay, but he said, bitch, fuck Nicki Minaj. I said, child, I guess so. Chaotic. Okay, Chaotic, who was on Love and Hip Hop Miami? Was it only Miami? Why I feel like he was on that? I don't know. Anyway, Chaotic, who was on Love and Hip Hop, whatever cast, was arrested in Miami on an extradition warrant. Look, y'all have to stop doing crimes in one state and then going to a different state. Okay? You should not be rolling dolo state. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. Okay? Miami. His real name is Reuben Carlton McFadden, aka Chaotic, is behind bars after allegedly being booked into a Miami-Dade County jail on a fugitive warrant. He's a fugitive? Wait a minute. Because fugitive means you on the run, right? Because a felon is for a felony. If you are a fugitive, that means you were running from somebody or something, okay? It was a fugitive warrant, okay, tied to an out-of-state extradition request, okay? The jail case remains active with no bond set, okay? Boom, right here, got him locked up. They won't let him out. Now what happened? What'd he do? Again, a fugitive warrant from out of state. Most states don't come get you. You know what I'm saying? When you do something to where they're going to come get your ass, what did you do, Reuben Carlton? I don't think I've ever wondered what that meant. You know what? For a long time, I thought that was chaotic for real. He looked chaotic. He used to act very chaotic, okay? But Reuben Carlton, you know what? My ex, I won't say his real name. My ex had his nickname was a cool nickname. But when I found out his real name, because I have a rule, I need to know your real name from the start. I can't date, fuck, hang around with, be cool with in any kind of space. I need your government name and let me see your license, okay? And the day I met him, we went home together, child. Long time ago. Anyway. And I thought I need to see a license. What's your name? And when I tell y'all, this man had the corniest name ever. And he acts so, and the name don't mean shit because it's a name or whatever. But a part of me felt like because his mama named him what she named him, he felt the need to be so oppositely of the name. And so his first name, I say his first name, because again, I don't care. His first name was Arnold. That was like, and his nickname had nothing to do with his real name. And sometimes, like, we'll be hanging out or whatever, and folks would say, you know, call him by his nickname, whatever. And in my head, I'd look like, I think it ain't Arnold. He was cute though. Anyway, my point is, chaotic real name being Reuben Carlton McFadden. You know, it's just Arnold Palmer. Arnold Palmer. I'm like, Arnold. And I never teased him by his name, but he said I hate my name, and no one calls me that except my mom, and then I said and me. And I would never say his name in around people, but when it was me him, I would call him by his first name because I'm like, nigga. But I'm like, Arnold. You would never guess you would never guess how he looks, how he acts, that's his real name. I'm like, and then sometimes to humble him, I would say his full name. It was arguing or having a deep discussion, I would pop off that first, middle, last name, and he would be like, yeah, calm down, Arnold. Anyway, okay, I wonder what did Reuben Carlton McFadden do to be extradited back to a different state? I don't know. Arnold, what are you doing, Arnold? Anyway, I'm petty. Oh, the man, the Marcellus man, Marcellus Wiley, who was arrested for domestic violence. What was it maybe 2 weeks ago at this point in time? It was also a story that came out about him owing a bank, okay? Because he owed a bank. He owed Preferred Bank because he took a loan out for $500K and had not paid it back, okay? You can't be out here beating up on women and raping women and robbing banks, okay? You can't do all the things that are illegal, okay? You can't be out here stealing money, being an abuser, being a graper, okay, and then not pay your debts. Okay, the judge said, hold on, okay, you have to pay the $549,429.82 around here to Preferred Bank, which the full amount he took out plus fees and blah, 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 okay? He took a loan out of this. You can't look. I'm trying to look. You got filed for bankruptcy, bitch. Now, his wife said that he borrowed and did not return to her $100,000 and ran up $100,000 on her credit card. So I wonder, is he gambling? Is it crack? Because you're a bank $500K, you're your wife $200K. Where the money going? Lawyer fees. I wonder. Oh, Tommy from Love and Hip Hop was also arrested on some dumb shit. Okay, Tommy was arrested and hit with a felony charge because she went over there to the World Cup with no ticket. Now, why you go with no ticket? Tommy Lee is facing a felony charge after being one of 6 arrested during the England versus Norway World Cup match at Hard Rock in Miami over the weekend. Per CBS News, court documents say authorities say Tommy allegedly entered the stadium through an unauthorized entrance without a ticket, while more than 6,500 fans went. Look, you can't be sneaking in. Okay, it's not a movie theater. I don't know why, but look, again, petty crime that will get you arrested. Now, do something that's worth it. Do something that's worth it. Okay, so yeah, she snuck in through a unauthorized door. Did not have did not have a ticket. Okay, she then got her way down to level 100, the good level. Okay, before she was detained. Okay, she was arrested charged with interference with a sporting or entertainment event, a third-degree felony under Florida law. You can't be getting arrested in Florida with a felony. Okay, I just feel like it ain't worth. It's not worth it. It ain't worth it. Now, had she had a ticket, and they said, well, she snuck in the wrong door. She went to the wrong seat. At least she had a ticket, but you did not have no ticket. You didn't have no ticket. It's like breaking and entering. Or she may be looking for a man. I don't know. But again, y'all stop doing dumb shit to get arrested. It's like, don't do nothing dumb. Don't do that. Okay, speaking of dumb. Dumb, did it, yes. Boosie, badass, who still gets on my nerves. Okay, Boosie paid $600,000 for a Code 45 pardon to the same men convicted of robocalling black voters. Boosie, you have to stop trying to suck the dick of anyone that can help you get out of trouble. What you need to start doing is stop getting into trouble. Okay, trying to pay $600,000 for a Code 45 pardon is stupid. Mainly because I feel like Code 45 likes to help people he think can help him. And I don't know how Boosie can help Code 45. I don't know how. Now, Boosie is also suing these people because he paid them money for a pardon he never got. Okay. And again, the two men he allegedly paid to help him get his pardon are being convicted of robocalling black voters. And if you was robocalling me for Code 45, I hope your penis falls off. Okay. Boosie badass paid $600,000 to two political operatives who promised they could deliver a Code 45 pardon. The pardon never came, and he is now in arbitration trying to claw back half the money. Not half the money, child. Not all of it is some of it. Again, stop trying to pay people to do something that you don't even know if they can do. Because what made you think they had the power to get you a pardon? I mean,
is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Because why would you pay them? Why would you do that? I'm just wondering. Okay, again, the pardon never happened. He's out in arbitration. Trying to get half money back. According to the investigation published on Monday, the operatives are Jacob Wohl. Is it Wohl? 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 And Jack Berkman. J.M. Berkman and Associates. In 2022, these two men were convicted in an Ohio court over a robocall scheme, a scam. Okay, that hit 85,000 voters in predominantly black neighborhoods. Oh, with false information designed to steer them away from voting by mail. This is who a black rapper from Baton Rouge handed $600,000 to. You know what that means? That means
that motherfucker ain't shit. You don't care about me, you, nothing.
Because how did you not do any due diligence? You Google, you do any background checks? Any look at rules? You paid two white men who were convicted of scheming and scamming and trying to scare away black voters, you gave them $600K. Okay, the Boosie Code for 5 pardon deal was signed on September 30th, 2025. Boosie's real name is Torrance Hatch. Was staring down a federal sentencing hearing for possession of a firearm as a felon. Again, you having a gun as a felon means you did something dumb. Okay? So the only time I think people should be pardoned is if they didn't really do something. You know what I'm saying? It's a technicality. Okay? They said I ran a red light. It was yellow. And then it turned red. Oops, my bad. But if you are a felon, okay, you were facing federal sentencing hearing for possessing a firearm as a felon. You wasn't supposed to have a gun, Boosie. Torrance. Okay. Anyway. Stemming from a loaded gun in his waistband during an Instagram live while filming a music video in San Diego in 2023. So I mean, if your case happened in 2023, they was arrested and convicted in 2022. So a year before you did your crime, they did theirs. Or maybe Boosie want to work with other criminals. I don't know. Not sure. Okay. He had already tried the direct route of posting publicly to Code 45. Hey, Code 45, let I suck your dick. Okay. He was offering to suck dick for time off for good behavior. Okay. Hey, Torrance was like, hey, Code 45, look, what I gotta do to get free? What do you need from me, Code 45? I know you don't really like black, but I know, but what you need to do for me? I ain't want to be pardoned. Can I get a pardon? Okay, you're out here posting on the social medias. Okay, please, please, please let me off. Okay. He had appealed to Alice Marie Johnson. The administration's so-called pardon is a Cesar. That's pronounced. Either word. Now she was locked up and didn't Kim Kardashian ever get out? And I believe she black. Yeah, Alice Marie Johnson is a black name. Anyway, then Wold and Bergman came calling. You wanna know why? Because when white people see desperate black people with money, they say, hey, Torrance wants some shit. Let's get him. Okay, you out here on social media begging Code 45 for help. Two Caucasianites saw your plea and said, hey, we'll help. Give us some money. Okay, we'll help. Give us some money. And then you paid them fools $600K. Okay. Boosie described the pitch to notice in plain terms. They were aggressive. They thought they had Code 45 on speed dial. But I talked to Code 45 last night. Yeah, I can get you. Look, if you wire me the $600K, matter of fact, no. Just wire me half. Yeah, wire me $300,000 cash. Okay, wire it right now. I'ma call Code 45 in the morning. Okay, as soon as the transfer clear, Torrance, I'ma call Code 45. I know, he wouldn't give it to you, but he'll give it to me. If you just give us some money, I can get you what you want. Okay, hit my CashApp, hit my Apple Pay, hit my Zelle. Okay, just send me the monies. Send me the monies. Okay, send me the monies. Okay, give us some money, and we'll do whatever it is you want. Yeah. You got the Torrance? Come on now. Got that man on speed dial. Yeah, he number 3. Jesus number 1. Yeah, Jesus number 1 always. Okay. Number 2, my mama. And number 3, Code 45. Yeah, I got you. Okay. Send me the money. I'm like, nigga, what you there? Okay. The contract, which is as noted reviewed, required the full $600K upfront. Half of it was not refundable. The other half was supposed to come back if no pardon arrived by the deadline, and Boosie requested a refund in writing. This is my thing. There's nothing you should ever pay for upfront. Okay. Now we buy clothes, we order clothes on the website. You know, we pay for it and it's shipped to us. But if we don't get our clothes, it's a refund. Okay. When you have someone building your house, you don't pay them the full fee of building a house up front. You pay workers half, sometimes a quota amount of it, to be sure they don't take your money and then don't do nothing. But Boosie, the ass was, listen, give me some money. Give us the money. That's all he heard. And I'm going to get code 45 on speed dial and get you. Okay. Anyway. Again, this is Boosie requested the refund in writing. That refund clause is the entire fight. It also, according to two lawyers and a pardon advocate who spoke to them, notice? What does notice mean? Is it the name of their company? I don't know. Anyway, basically they had never seen a pardon contract with a refund guaranteed in it. So hold on. So people, I don't need no pardon. I don't. Y'all paying for pardons? Just don't do the crime. Now that Boosie in court because he wanted the money. Boosie want the have back because he said the contract I signed between me and you, it said if you can't get code 45, give me the monies. Okay, I want the money. Y'all, look. Stop trying to get over and stop allowing anybody, black, white, or purple, to convince you to give them give me the monies, to get you something. I need you to get what I need and then I'll pay you. I'll put the money you want me to pay you in the escrow account and the savings account that no one can touch until it's done. The fuck? Give me the money. Girl, Boosie just stupid. Boosie dumb. And that's what he is. You hired two Caucasianites who was fucking over black people to help you. Apparently like black people. What are you doing? What are you doing? But again, Boosie be dumb. And sometimes when you are stupid, you deserve to lose your money if you're not paying good attention to what's going on. Okay? Lunel. So look, I might have a different opinion, y'all. Lunel was around there at a radio show. Okay, she was over at DD in the morning and was upset. Okay, Lunel's issue was I'm getting up early in the morning, coming to the radio show, and I'm listening, and I'm upset when I get there. Okay, y'all, listen.
Please clap it up for comedian Lunel.
All right.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Look at Lunel over there looking good.
Yeah, you know what? So I have this thing that I do when I'm on my way to the station. I be listening. And so one of y'all said, what's going on this weekend? And it was T.I. and all this. And nobody mentioned me, and I'm on my way here. 6 o'clock in the morning.
No.
T.I.'s not down there.
Okay.
I'm on my way here.
You know what? You're right.
You guys didn't even mention me.
Okay. Sure. Well, probably because you know why?
Probably because what?
You getting ready to take over the whole hour.
Yeah.
That's what
we don't need
say.
We don't need no one mention.
No, but why wouldn't you have said that I'm here? I'm on my way here.
Yeah.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in my body from the West Coast.
Yeah.
I'm the one who came was sitting in the traffic. You said I wasn't listening before I got here?
Oh, I don't know.
Why would you guys not mention that I'm in town and on my way here?
I feel like it would be a better conversation if we had it with you, though.
Is that what you feel?
Yeah.
Does this feel better?
Yes.
It doesn't now. It don't.
Right, it doesn't.
Yeah, it don't now, but it could
I had
have.
a whole new, different attitude.
Yeah.
Until I listened to y'all say They said, what's going on this weekend?
Sure.
And nobody said, well, Lunell's on her way here.
Yeah.
And she's going on this weekend.
Yeah. We
didn't
apologize for that. Lunell, we apologize for
I'll
that.
accept your apology, but it sucks.
I know it does, but guess what else is getting ready to go down? So we're going to do this interview right here with you, and it's going to play here in Dallas. And then
nobody said you bra strapped or Lunell and that.
Yeah,
I was about to say
mine
this,
is.
so I didn't know.
Y'all just don't care. Huh?
So, but let me just say this. We will definitely make sure you're promoted all weekend long for our rest of our 90 cities around the country.
I must have paid for the
He didn't pay for nothing.
ad, right? Oh, but he didn't pay.
No.
So, like I didn't pay.
Right.
But I'm here at 6 and 1 T. I ain't here.
I know.
No.
Yeah. But he was here yesterday. Okay, I'm lying. But listen, look at all right, let's talk about you. Let's talk about what's going on.
So, okay. I have a different take. I have a different take. Hear me out. I get both sides. I get Lunell feeling like I'm coming down to the radio at 6 a.m. to be on the radio with y'all for an hour. Y'all not mentioning me in my show this weekend, but y'all mentioned T.I. I'm upset. I'm pissed. I fully get her pissed off, her pissed offness, and how she felt like no one promoted her and she's coming down there. Now, I also get the radio show feel like she finna be here for an hour. We're finna have a full-fledged conversation with her for an hour. We're going to promote her being here, and I'm sure she will promote her show as well. I can see both sides. I feel like you can't gauge how folks promote shit. I think they felt like her being there is the promotion. We don't have to do one little blurb about you and your stuff because you're going to be on the radio with us for an hour. I feel like even them saying, oh, we thought once you got here, we would have that conversation. I heard the girl say, we apologize. We sorry. What I'm saying? I get both sides, but I also feel like Lunell coming in pissed off, fuck the vibe up to me. Because now it's not even about your show this weekend. Now it's about you being pissed off at them. And first of all, it's too early in the morning to be fussing about anything. Okay? And if I were driving down here, to do the interview and be on the air, even if I'm only here for 20, 30 minutes, I think their point was we didn't think to mention it before because you're finna be here. You're on the way. T.I. not here. He ain't here to promote shit. You are. So I felt like she should have told them that off the air versus having that air on the air. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying she didn't have a right to be upset that she didn't hear her name being mentioned on her drive there. I think that's fine. But I feel like they didn't have any, it wasn't as if they ignored you. It wasn't as if they said, fuck your show. Their point in saying you here for an hour. We was going to discuss it with you being here for an hour. T.I. not here. So we did mention his shit in bypass. But you sitting here with us to promote your shits. It is early. How would we know you will be pissed that we did not mention you when you're finna be here with us on the air? Okay. Now, okay. Lunell said that after the fact. Okay, after the fact. That she was already in a bad mood before she went around there. And again, you can't let your bad mood and your bad day fuck up other shit. In my opinion. Okay. She went to post and said, Didi in the morning is not lying. It went just like that. I just got triggered because I had already been in a bad mood. But Nolan thing, and as a woman, we had to fight so hard for our props and respect. It was just a bad interview that day. It wasn't a time frame because I do many interviews early in the morning, even though I have worked the night before. like she said, she's interviewed me many times before. Will probably cross paths again if I do 20 interviews a year and I mess up one or two. Like I told her in my personal phone call to her, chart into my head and not my heart is not my character, and we all make mistakes. So as she said, moving on.
Please.
And I just feel like y'all know for me, when I'm having a bad day or if I don't feel like coming on, I just don't come on live because I will snap. I will get triggered because of my day. And I don't ever want my bad day being put off on other people. And Lunel came in there on one. You know, Lunel came in on one and then complained that the radio did not promote her show while she's there to do what? Promote her show. So I was like, girl,
please,
that was on you. Even her saying, y'all done see my bra crap showing, bitch, y'all on the radio. Can't nobody see you. I do appreciate her admitting, hey, I was having a fucking bad day. You know, it was a bad day. It was a bad interview. You know what I'm saying? I do think that was gracious of her to admit her faults. For her to admit, you know, the DD in the morning and wasn't lying about how things went. I didn't see what else because the clip went viral, and I did not go back and see what DD them said at all. But I do feel like you can't be this, you know what I'm saying, cussing folks out in the morning because you upset for whatever reason may be, because you may be tired, because you're the bad. You can't do that. And that's why sometimes when you are someone who has to be on for the cameras to interact with people, if you are not having a good day, like, you know what, I probably should not be here right now, or make it be real quick. Or say, hey y'all, I had a bad day. I'm gonna try my best to not fuck up, but I had a bad day. So at least they're aware, hey, maybe don't joke too hard with her. She had a bad day. Okay? But Lunel, girl, cut it out. Anyway, did I do Stefan Diggs already? This a couple of Stefan Diggs. So one, you know, the guy who was suing Stefan Diggs for the essay, there was also I think a civil lawsuit between him and Stefan's brother. Now I did see the video footage, and I'm not gonna play it here. I saw the video footage of the fight. So there's no denying that Stefan Diggs' brother and the dude right here, the Christopher Griffin dude, there was a fight. There was absolutely a fight in an elevator. And it was the brother and like two other guys who it was a fight. A full fight. And you can't deny the fight happened. And so he was suing Stefan Diggs' brother for $10 million. They have now settled that out of court. Okay, we do not know any details of the settlements. However, the fight happened. Now they kept saying that, you know, the Christopher Griffin dude, they keep accusing him of like stealing some stuff. Okay. Some folk then said, well, nah, he stole some stuff. Okay. And the fights and the snatching the things was, you know, something different. Okay. Now, as you see Stefan right here, cop his cap. Okay. And whatnot. I don't know. Okay. But they saying, hey, things have been settled out of that piece of the case. Now, also, because there were different where is it? Because there were different things being said. Stefan said, hold on, bitch. Hold on, ho. Okay. How do I get to it? Hold on. Where is it? Stefan commented, he said, mama's a nigga lying on my name because he got caught stealing. I ain't paid a dime. He sued the building. Meaning, he didn't sue me. He didn't sue my brother. He sued the building. I ain't paid shit. It's easy to run with a misleading headline. If it's text would just tell a nigga post. Wait, if it's text would just tell a nigga post them because I want to see them too. Shit, laughing loud. Like this case is here because I sued him for defamation. Trying to act like this nigga is a victim because he's lying is crazy. 100 pages. Okay, post them then. At the end, when I prove this nigga a liar and a bitch ass nigga, then what? You want to make another post? He's saying folks is lying. Okay, it's on the play card. But look, I will say this. Where I want a receipt said. I want to see. I want to see.
Do you want me to bring the receipts? Do I need to bring the receipts? No.
I mean, I would love to see the text. Just what they say.
That's suspicious.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's weird.
So Chris Blake Griffith said, "My name was Frick Blake Griffin, not bitch ass nigga. If there were to be a signed agreement in regard to a settlement in the West Coast case, it will likely exist within the world of having to remain confidential. A hypothetical agreement like that would also likely contain some type of verbiage in regard to amicable respect between the involved parties, where we don't make disparaging comments about one another publicly." Meaning, if that's true, I just feel like call them out. If there's an agreement that they can't come after you or say something about you, and he called you a bitch ass nigga, break the agreement and tell it all. Okay. I've kept it overly diplomatic as we await trial, where a judge and jury will help the public at attention to decipher between who's real and who's fraud. Yes, situations like this, I don't care. Okay, look, what a text with all girl. That's too long. That's too long. Okay, all I know is who did it, what for, and why. Okay, if that's the brother, that's the fine, that's the man. Okay, what's going on? Okay, you sued for a hotel. You're suing Stefan. It's 100 pages of text. I want to see the text too. I really need the information. Okay, I want to see it. What it say? Because if he's again, I said it a couple days ago, like last week. I was like, anyone can say, "Hey, I have 100 pages worth of text between us." I want to know what the text say. Because Stefan has never denied knowing that man. He ain't never denied knowing that man. So it's possible, and Stefan should know, based on his court case with old girl, the broke ass chef who ain't chefing no more. Child, why I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about a goddamn cookie. I feel like I can taste the cookie in my mouth, y'all. Anyway, Stefan is aware, based on the court case between him and old girl, they can find all the text. Okay, if there is any text between him and that lady, okay, him and that lady, I'm sorry, him and that man, it will come out in the court case. So Stefan, I really hope you're not being dumb and thinking if there was any text that you deleted, they're gonna find the fact they was able to pull text and email from Diddy and them from 20 years ago, 10, 15 years ago. Any conversation between y'all is gonna come out. So I'm wondering again, what does the text say? But Stefan's point was saying, bitch, he lying. Also, he not suing me, he sued the building. I ain't paid shit. So even if it was some kind of settlement, it didn't come from me. Because when you hear settlement, you think, oh, someone's guilty there and they're paying someone off. So I guess the final point is, in that case, I'm not paying nothing off. It didn't come from my pocket. That wasn't me, okay? And I want to see it too. What does the text say? I want to say Chris Blake Griffin. It was, I don't think I've ever went to that man's page. Hold on. Chris Blake. I just wonder what he be posting. Just wonder. The fact that he's followed by Tasha K and Tim Taylor. Okay. He got a kid. His pants look dirty. I'm so messy. Is that his girlfriend? Oh yeah, many kids. Child, just like Stefan. Why is he anyway? I'm just looking. I'm just being nosy. Well, how many kids does he have? Those for the same kids? That's a different baby. How many kids does he have? I'm just wondering how many kids does he have, child? Okay, maybe it's just 2. Because Stefan got about 4 or 5. Wait a minute. The babies keep getting younger and older. Which one is it? Y'all put on suntan lotion. Okay. Wear suntan lotion because you know what I'm saying it helps. He like dirty pants. What is saying dirty pants? Oh, his comments are off. You can't comment unless you're like his friend. Get the comments limited because you know some folk gonna be talking cat. Okay. But again, he be holding up shoes and stuff. He's a shoe holder. He's a purse holder. He's a father. Okay, he be holding all the bags, child. He be holding all the bags. I just be wondering. That's the same bag. It's the same bag. It's a Hermes. It's a Hermes bag. Oh, the same bags. Okay, you should. We all should reuse our bags. You know, look, this is my bag. Look, this is my favorite purse. My favorite purse that my sister gave me maybe 10 years ago, and I'm mad because I ripped it. I want to get some like fabric glue, and this is a cute old bag. Okay, but I'm mad because this purse. What kind of purse is it? It's a Steve Madden purse. Steve Madden purse. This purse has to be 20 years old. 20 years old. And I do not want to throw it away because of this rip on the side right here. Y'all see it? I don't want to. So I think I'm gonna get some fabric glue and this glue this little part back on because I love it. It's such a. But again, my point is, you better reuse your bags anyway. But again, this is the man who's saying that he was hanging out with Stefan Diggs, and Stefan Diggs pulled his dick out in front of him and started touching himself. That's the allegation that he said happened. And whatnot. I'm just, and we don't know. All I'm saying is, and is this his girlfriend? I guess this is his girlfriend. They look like family. Maybe it's a sister. Now the sisters don't touch the hip right there. You can't put your hand too close to that man's penis. You can't put your hand in your brother's penis. But we don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. We just have to wait for the court case and see what the judge says. The judge has to be the one that say yes, no, or maybe to the baby. I'm gonna touch on the Portia Shamia thing that happened on Housewives because Portia just made a post. So we know on the Housewives of Atlanta episode that came on last night, Shamia accused Portia's mama of trying to fuck her daddy. Okay, so again, Shamia said on camera, your mama tried to fuck my daddy, and that's a reason why her and my mama be beefing, because your mama ain't shit, and you learned it from your mama. That means both y'all like to fuck husbands. Okay, and then Portia said your mama tried to fuck your daddy's brothers. Okay, and that was a back and forth accusation on the Housewives of Atlanta. And I did a little video on it when I rode to work this morning, so watch that. So we know there has been an implication that something happened between Portia mama and Shamia mama. We thought it was about the day. Do y'all remember who brought up the daycare first? Was it that Shamia mama bought Portia mama daycare, or Portia mama bought Shamia mama daycare? I can't remember which one did it. I can't remember. However, saying your mama lost her business, and so I bought the building because I could afford it, and I had a daycare too, is nothing like saying, yeah, but your mama tried to fuck my daddy. That's a whole different kind of accusation. In friendship, in business, is one thing. Okay, and what I mean by that is, if we both singers, we both sing. Let's take Karla. If me and Karla both are singers, and Karla can't do a show for whatever reason may be, and I can sing, and so I go do the show and I get paid for it. I don't know why Karla would be upset that something she could not do, I went and did it. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like if we both own a daycare and you lose your location and I need a location, I will buy it. Now, I would also have a conversation with my friend about it. It would not be a blind side about it. Okay. That's separate. But Shamia going on and saying, your mama tried to fuck my daddy. And I was like, bitch, when? What is y'all been friends for years? If your mama and your daddy, who are still married to this day, knew that my mama tried to fuck your father, and after that happened, they were still kind of cool, or at least they got back cool, how are you now mad at me in 2026 about something that happened in 1986? I don't get it. And if Portia's accusation is that, but your mama tried to fuck your daddy's brothers, was everyone fuck? Maybe they swingers. I don't know. Okay, so that whole thing happened on Housewives last night, and I feel like, again, as I said in my review, if we friends and we fall out, I'm keeping the bodies buried. I don't think Portia did anything publicly that warranted Shamia telling that to you. You know why? That put your mama, your daddy in it, because my question now means my new question is, what did your daddy do? to make Diane, Portia mama, think she can fuck? And did your mama stay with a man that would have or could have fucked her good friend? That causes discord in your own parents' marriage. You trying to hurt Portia's image makes folks look at your mama, your daddy. The fuck? Weird. So, again, all that happened last night. So Portia, I guess Portia's out somewhere, living life or whatever. Portia went and put on Twitter, wait, just catching up here in the Bahamas. Yo, I can't believe there are actually people talking about my mother and mentioning my daughter in a negative way. Was this really working? And I think Portia must have just saw Shamia's confessionals. It's what she probably saw and saw things that Shamia said. Was this really worth it? Shamia took this way too far. You're not innocent while you've got people discussing my mom because of a lie you told on this show. If you're going to discuss it, keep it between us. Now, let's discuss you. Sleeping with your manager who's married to one of your high school friends, as well as a pastor indicator who is 100% on your roster, along with me more. Now, Portia, you have to stop accusing people of fucking pastors. Okay? You have to stop accusing people of fucking, because you accuse, that's the same thing that you accuse Kelly of, that she fucked some pastor chop on the plane over there going to the thing. Okay? I'm just saying, I'm just wondering, okay, is everyone fucking pastors now? Is that a thing? I don't think that pastor. Anyway, I digress. But is Shamia fucking more people? When did Shamia fuck a manager? Was it before her husband? But again, if you friends, the bodies should stay buried. However, if you then bring my mama into it, I think at that point, all bets are off. Once you include my mama, because again, Shamia was trying to make Portia look bad. But in hindsight, she opened up a portal to hell, and not everyone's falling through. Period. And I don't know if Portia got it from mama. I don't know. But Shamia has now opened the door that can't be closed because you brought up my mama. And again, do I believe Portia mama could have possibly tried? A lot of people have tried to fuck their friend's man, their friend man, their associates man, their co-workers man. So we're not going to act like we don't know that people fuck people, and whatnot. But once Shamia fully let out an allegation, because I wasn't there, let out the allegation that Portia mama tried to bang her daddy and insinuating that has been an issue between their parents. It wasn't really about the daycare. It was about Shamia mama finding out that Portia mama tried to fuck her husband. Just saying. And not only that, this is also probably why Portia said, I don't want my daughter around here. Because we have a deep-rooted disdain for each other from our mama's fallout. Our mamas fell out. In hindsight, in some kind of way, we fell out. We weren't as close anymore. We try to get back in our adult years. Because I feel like when I saw something saying when Portia got back, when Portia got on Housewives, her first season was around the time her and Shamia started hanging out again. they had kind of, fell out of touch with each other because their mom was fussing over Smith Daddy and whatnot. So Portia saying, I don't want my daughter around you. If somebody has an issue with me and they have hatred in their heart for me, I don't want my child around there. That's logical because Portia know the disdain their families have of each other. And if you can come on the show and expose because let's say Miss Diana did do that. Let's say that she did. Exposing someone's mama as a whore of Babylon who tried to or did fuck her friend husband, it also makes Portia look like, oh, you learned it from your mama. So I don't care about anyone exposing my shit. Once you bring up my mama, bitch, all bets are off. Once you bring up my mama in that kind of way, all bets are off. You fucked your manager, your homegirl's boyfriend, you fucked the golf cart driver, you fucked the domino driver. Okay, you was sucking all of the tea is being spilled. Now also Shamia, spill Portia tea. Tell us what Portia did. What did Portia do? What did Portia do? But I'm gonna say this. If I watch the show and if during the confessionals you talking shit about me and my mama, you're missing my daughter, all bets are off. I'm not gonna tell shit on you. I'm gonna tell shit on you. Again, because Portia accused Kelly of things, you can't accuse Shamia of the same things, of fucking a pastor. Now, do I believe Portia know where Shamia's whole bag is buried? I do. And Portia did the right thing. Portia took aim at Shamia. Portia took aim directly at Shamia. Okay? You're not innocent while you got people discussing my mom because of a lie you told on the show. Okay, let's keep it between us. Now let's discuss you sleeping with your manager who's married to one of your high school friends. So I feel like this is also proof they're not friends. There is no fixing it. There is no, and to me, this was Portia playing housewife games. Portia said, okay, bitch, checkmate. I told you a long time ago, I don't want you on my show. I told you when I first started this show, my first season, I don't want you on the show. This is my thing. Okay? If you get on the show, it will probably fuck up our friendship, Shamia. And Shamia didn't care. And Shamia came on anyway, okay? And look what happened. Look what happened. Portia said, okay, I can't stop her from being on the show. She's here fine. Okay. I'm going to play quiet and I'm going to play innocent. And I'm going to let Shamia unravel. And she allowed Shamia to unravel. While Portia probably poked in itty bitty ways that we could not see. To where she is now able to come out and say, you fucked these people, you married hoe, which would then cause conflict on the show. And will that make Shamia not want to come back? Because now will Gerald question his wife? Shamia don't want to cause her husband any embarrassment. So if you are now on the TV screens and if everyone is discussing your wife and who she's fucking, Gerald is now embarrassed. He probably gonna let her do the show. So to me, Portia said, checkmate. I don't have to force you to believe I'm on the court. I can embarrass you call you out because you called up my mama, and now your husband was gonna force you to leave the show because she is not going to stay on the show if Gerald don't want her to. And Gerald is not going to want his wife on the show every week having to defend her coochie. Or even folks wondering, is Gerald with a woman who fucks married people? Sometimes, and this is not me defending Portia, this is me calling out the fact that Portia played real smart. I told you, Shmi, I did not want you on the show. You came anyway, and we couldn't coexist. And you then said out loud a rumor about my mama, and that gave me all the ammunition to retaliate. You mentioned my daughter, even in the way of saying I would never, hurt the daughter or whatever. But again, Shamia played right into Portia's hand, and Portia then waited and got on social media and called you fucked two people. Now again, she didn't say when she didn't say when it happened. We don't know if this means this stuff happened, but we don't know. And I don't follow. Is Shamia on Twitter? Let me see. Shamia is on Twitter, but she has not made a post since April. So she's not active on Twitter. What I do know, her husband is not going to allow her to stay on the show. Now that's not me. Again, this is not me in any way supporting Portia's antics. I'm just saying Portia played it smart. Gerald is not going to allow her to stay on the show and be his wife. He already told her, I don't want you in any movies having to do any sex scenes or any kissing scenes, any romantic scenes with men. And she then said, well, I won't do that. So he absolutely says what he does not want her to do, and she won't do it. Portia is smart, cunning, sneaky as fuck. That's why she blocked me. I talk about her all the time. But again, you should never bring up somebody's mama. Because when you do, all bets are off. And Portia said, checkmate. Anyway. Next up. Okay. I'm gonna probably make that a shorts and put it on my channel because I didn't put them in the thumbnail. So you may be seeing this on Tuesday morning. Okay, it's fine. What I got left? I like 1 or 2 things left. I think there's Jay-Z. Oh no, Tamar. I forgot. Brandy. This is Brandy. So there have been posts. I don't think I saved it. Brandy had a dedication of some sorts that were it was after Essence. It was in her hometown, I think in Mississippi somewhere, and people were commenting on how she looked. I saw the posts, I saw the comments. I thought they were horrible. Okay, but people were absolutely talking about how she looked, saying she looked very, very thin. They were very much more. They were very much implying that Brandy was sick. They was comparing how she looked to when Chadwick Boseman came out, and he looked different, and folks wondered what was going on. He ended up dying. So there were many conversations surrounding how she looked, and basing that on, well, she must be sick. Oh, she must be, some imply it may have been an ED disorder, and stuff. And it was really unfortunate because when I went and seen I'm trying to find the post, but I thought I saved it, I guess I did not. But when I kept seeing the pictures of Brandy, I was like, why are people acting like Brandy was ever, who's on the shade room? Brandy was ever like a big girl. You know, that was weird. I felt like Brandy has always been a very petite woman. I know a long time ago, she did mention how life was very stressful, and at times she dealt with different things in life. Okay. However, I feel like seeing someone look thin and then assuming or asserting that, oh, they probably on that stuff, or why she looks so up this. So this is some of the stuff that was being said, and I'm like, Brandy has always been thin. Brandy has always been thin. So I did not understand the conversation around how she looks. I was confused. You know, again, she was in her hometown in Mississippi, in Macomb, Mississippi. But I'm like, why y'all acting like she looks sick? I was like, what do y'all mean? Y'all weird. You know, so again, it was many conversation like, oh, drastic weight loss. I'm like, first of all, that picture of Brandy is her from like 10 years ago. Y'all weird. So Brandy made a post on social media. You know, it's kind of declaring, hey, y'all, leave me fuck alone. Okay. Who's like to read y'all? Oh God. Perhaps we've been looking for it in the wrong places. I'm a paraphrase as I'm reading if I can. And youth and perfection and approval in bodies that never change and faces that never age. Meaning, y'all can't keep looking at me as 20-year-old. I'm in my 40s. Okay, I'm not 20 anymore. Okay, I'm not 20 anymore. So you can't be looking at my body and my face, and I'm gonna age. Okay. But life was never meant to leave us untouched. It shapes us, it humbles us, it refines us. Every season leaves its signature upon us. And maybe that's where beauty has been all along. Not in escaping change, but in becoming through it. I've learned that it takes only a moment to form an opinion about someone's appearance and a lifetime to understand what they lived through. So we may become gentler with one another, not because everyone is fragile, but because everyone is carrying a story we cannot see. I always tell y'all, be careful. You never know what someone's going through. Okay? Our words have weight, our judgment have weight, our kindness does too. The world will always be tempted to measure people by what is visible. But love was never looked only at the surface. Love sees the whole person. I've stopped trying to earn my reflection. I stopped asking the mirror to tell me who I am. I know who I am, and that knowing has given me freedom no opinion could ever take away. If it's supposed to leave you anything, I hope it's this. Before you speak about someone's body, before you speak about someone's face, before you decide that who they are by what you see, remember you are looking at someone's child, someone's friend, someone's dream, someone's life, a soul. And souls have always been more beautiful than turkeys. Love brand. And again, I'm like, I just didn't get why people acted as if she looked so different. I don't think Brandy looks so different. I do think this though. I do feel like a lot of artists, a lot of people have these curated aspects of their life. And so sometimes if all you're used to seeing is a curated for the Brandy page. Okay, I am her friend. If you're used to seeing a curated piece of what someone looks like, you may forget what they look like in real life. I'm not saying she's airbrushing. What I am saying is Brandy is a looks thin. Like she's a thin girl. Like, bitch, what do you mean? If you compare her to, her 15 years ago, she didn't look this way 15 years ago. Brandy is a petite woman. She is. But I don't think she looks so different. And if you have followed her over the years, you have seen different issues she's dealt with in the past. But I'm like, I just feel like, and I think Brandy wears big baggy clothes so that folks won't discuss her body because of past discussions in her life. But I'm like, leave her alone. Okay? Leave that lady alone. Okay? Leave her alone. This points blank, period. Leave her be. But I don't think she looks any different. However, I do feel like if you out here performing at Essence Fest in hot ass weather and you've been touring like crazy, you may look a little bit more petite. Tamar. So, it was a big old discussion about Tamar, child. Why would you always in? Why? This is the problem with me being on a whole different page. I can't see shit. This was supposed to be an hour and a half. But all we have left now is this from Jay-Z. But again, Tamar, I'm gonna pause it. So, Tamar was at Essence Fest, and the video of, her, Candy, Monica, all of them in that awkward moment or whatever, and other folks were saying, it was a shady moment, it was a petty moment or whatever. Why would Tamar go up on the stage, and why would she try to be around, Candy and Monica and blah, blah, blah. So Tamar said, well, I didn't do nothing wrong.
And that was that. That was the gist of it. I don't think saying, I don't know. I don't think that's fake, and I don't think that's weird. I just think saying congratulations is home training.
So she's commenting because he was like, why would you go up there and say anything to anybody? And Tamar's point is, I just went up and said congrats. I think that's having home training. And I get her point. I get Tamar's point in saying I wasn't being messy, petty, or whatever. I didn't say congrats. And I get that. However, I think people's issue was, why was you up there? What was the point of you being up there in the first place? If you're up there with people you're not really cool with. And there's nothing wrong with having home training and being professionally polite. I think Candy was polite back. She said, oh, okay. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I think they both were professional and had their own home training and the way they reacted to it. Monica was one way to say shit back. Monica played a mannequin, and I'm not addressing either one of y'all. But Tamar,
and cordial.
A piece of cordialness, is that a word? A piece of being cordial can also be, you know what? I don't want to let cameras catch any weird moments. Like I said before, if me and someone has had a public beef, a public fight, or whatever it may be, before I walk up to them in any public setting that anyone else can see, I would at least have some kind of one-on-one conversation. Hey, Candy, congrats. I would not wait to do that in front of the cameras and other people. I would not. I would not. I would have been over there by somebody else because I would not want it to be a thing. I don't feel like you have to congratulate people you're at odds with, and that's being cordial or having home training. You can also be on opposite sides. The action looked like you were inserting yourself into the photo op.
That's it. And the whole thing was awkward. But I didn't. It's awkward. It's okay.
Even her saying the whole thing, it was all awkward. We know it looked awkward. It was awkward, but it was awkward because you know, and we know, y'all ain't cool. Okay, it was awkward because you knew that was an awkward thing to go up and do. It was awkward also because I think all the folks around y'all knew y'all don't really rock. And you can always, like, you know what? I'll wait for the next picture. No, it's okay. If I see folks I'm not really cool with, I'm not going in the area. Even if we're at an event, we can be on two opposite sides of the room. And that's it. Not saying you get to run with someone or avoid professional events or whatever, but there is a way to not be in a photo with that person and make it. Well, matter of fact, there was at BravoCon, there was either video or picture. I think the first time we ever saw Candy and Phaedra in the same space, and it wasn't awkward. And Candy, I think both Candy and Phaedra have said over time, they have been in the same room, and they just keep it cute. We don't have to interact. I know you here, you know I'm here, but we don't have to do that fake. Hey girl, yeah, thanks, yeah, congrats. Because Candy got the housewife of the whatever or at BravoCon, and there was no need for the whole public in front of cameras. Hey girl, you don't have to do that. To me, Tamar could have went and stood next to Anthony Anderson, away from Candy and Monica.
I know I didn't say anything wrong. I know I didn't say anything wrong.
She feels she did not say anything wrong, but I guess so. Defend yourself to the high heavens, girl. Lastly, let's get into Jay-Z. Okay, and then we're done. Okay, and then we're done. Jay-Z did a 3-night show in New York at Yankee Stadium. Now, I watched pieces of night 1, pieces of night 2, and the full show on night 3. Jay-Z is, I'm older, you know what I'm saying? I still remember going to see the Black Album in the theaters. I remember the movie, the documentary, Black Album, I went to the theater. Okay, I was at the, what was it called? The Bel Air on 8 Mile. Near Van Dyke, and Jay-Z is like, look, Jay-Z is Jay-Z. You hear me? Jay-Z is Jay-Z. Okay, So the guest list for the 3-day Jay-Z event, night 1, Beyonce, Blue Ivy, Nas, Mecca, Memphis Bleak, oh, I love him. Jazzo, Keys, night 2. Night 2 was the shortest of 3 nights. He brought out, and when Eminem came out to do Renegade, bitch, I ain't heard Renegade. I haven't heard Renegade. Anyway, Eminem, Pharrell, the Rick, bitch, night 3. Rihanna, Clips, Beyonce, Pharrell, Jeezy, Jadakiss, Usher, Fat Joe, Us was Beast, Sam Taylor, Jermaine Dupri, and The Dream. Bitch, night 3 was popping. Okay, it was popping, bitch. Okay, now I can't play no sound, so don't ask me. I won't get flagged. Okay, Jay-Z set a new record for the Yankee Stadium attendance. On night 2. On night 2, with 45,830 tickets on night 2. He broke his own record from night 1. Jay-Z was like, bitch, I'm here. Now I know I have my, I'm him, but Jay-Z is also him. Okay? Jay-Z is absolutely also him. If you did not watch any of it, it was a packed house. It was a packed house each night, bitch. I was like, because I watched the TikTok and seeing the crowd of, look at that. First of all, that is so overwhelming. That's too many people in one place. Okay, it was too many people, bitch. But again, everyone, and this, to me, this is for the only people who should have showed up was true Jay-Z fans. Okay, and that's who was Renegade. But that was something that was on song. No, he did Renegade. What did I do? I'm just a kid from the garden making his water off his blood suckers. Bitch, that's Eminem. Okay, but again, he brought out all the peoples. He did all the songs. That was something for real. I fully feel like Jay-Z is going to do some look. Okay. Renegade. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway. Jay-Z, I feel like Jay is going to do some kind of like tour. He was at home on stage. Jay should do at least one last round of a tour. Maybe not do a 100 city tour. When Beyonce did the Cowboy Carter tour, where she picked, certain cities and states, and then folks travel to that city and state to do a show. I want him to do like a residency type of tour where he picks 30 cities. He picks 30 cities or whatever, and in some cities he'll have like 4 shows in that city. So that way people can come travel there or whatever. Because yes, you have to do it, Jay. You have to do it. You have to do it, bitch. Okay. And I just feel like it was just so much going on. Okay. He brought out Blue playing the piano. I want a better look. Blue was playing the piano for the intro for filling it. Having your 14-year-old daughter play at your concert. We saw Blue perform, at Beyonce's concert for both Cowboy Carter and also Renaissance. Was that Renaissance? Yes, Renaissance. Tour. And seeing Blue be included in Jay's concert was so amazing. I'm like, that's a dad and his daughter. And again, because Jay-Z is retired, you know what I'm saying? Blue has not had a chance to see Jay-Z as Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? As the performer, as the rapper, as the legend he is. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Blue, who we know is who wants to be in the business in some kind of way. I don't know how, but the fact that she, you know what I'm saying, she's a very talented young lady. You know, she's a very talented young lady, and it was such an amazing thing. I'm like, bitch, is that right? With a blue Yankee fit in the wind, and she had on some Timberland boots. And performing in front of a stadium full of people. And we had seen Jay-Z say prior that Blue is like can play, and how they're amazed at the ear she has to play, to where she does not want to be taught. She's like, she teaches herself. So, you know, to see that come to fruition is a great thing. She's a talented young lady. Can she sing too, bitch? Can she sing too? Okay. Nas came out, bitch. First of all, the fact, bitch, how is Nas not aged? How is Nas not aged in the past 30 fucking years? Now, what the funny thing was, it was like, him said that he's like, it was, you know, a great thing that Nas and Jay-Z, you know, came out on set together. However, the fact that we'll never hear their rap diss to each other again. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, that's true. You know, I part of me wish we could hit, but we can't. We had to move on from it. We have to move on from it because it's just it's gone. Hold on, I'm not done, y'all. We're not done. We're gonna go 10 more minutes, y'all. Beyonce. This is her look for night one. That's one of her look. Beyonce came out like, bitch, I am not only Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter. Okay, I'm also Jay-Z's wife. Okay, Sean Carter's my husband. Okay, the father to my children. Okay, but I need y'all to know I'm a bad bitch. Okay, I need y'all to realize who Beyonce is getting ready for Act 3. Okay, she looks fucking amazing. Okay, Act 3 is on the way. And I feel like what I respect the most is she loves her husband. Period. I think because they have been such a private couple over the years, we haven't seen the most affection from them because they're private. But I love that they have come out of the shell, and how, you know, she like, I'm a rep for my husband, bitch. Fuck y'all, that's my husband. Okay, that's my husband. What do you mean? It's my husband. Oh, you know. And she came out to do. Can I play it? Hold on. Will you make me okay? Okay, she did where you buy this hook. On the, now some folks was like, why couldn't Mary? You know, Mary is at her residency in Vegas, so I'm assuming that is why Beyonce did it. Okay, my husband. I love you, husband. I need you, husband. And again, even I love you so much. I think people forget that is her husband. Okay, and Beyonce coming out in full glam, full heels, strutting herself on that goddamn stage. You know, her and Jay doing their thing and everything or whatever. It was again, if you are a fan of the music, or a fan of either artist, this was epic. Okay, it was epic, and I loved her just saying, "My husband, bitch." I love you so much. Again, because I think people forget, bitch, that's Beyonce and Jay-Z. Okay. Now, there was also footage of Beyonce because he cut his hair. We know he took his locks out. He then, got his little Caesar, his little haircut. Okay. And Beyonce cutting his hair in Yankee Stadium. You know what I'm saying? I like it. Folks still trying to say, it's a wig. Leave them people alone. Okay? Leave them people alone. Okay? Look. Okay? Okay? Regular shit. Husband, wife stuff. Which Beyonce was saying, bitch, I'm being a good pinstripe suit, body snatched, hair blowing in the wind. My man got a fresh haircut. We gonna fuck later on. I'ma sing real loud. He love me. I love him. Our daughter on the piano. Okay, all the people is here. The good fans are blowing. You can't tell me nothing. Okay, not today, not ever. Can't tell me nothing. You better strut. You better strut. Okay. Okay. And Beyonce was feeling herself on that stage. Y'all know when Beyonce performed with Jay and she's like doing the singing, there's a whole different Beyonce that comes out because she was her man, my man. Okay, it was getting down, shaking her shimmy. Okay, girl. Again, this was on night one. This was how they opened the show. You opened with Beyonce. You opened with Beyonce. You opened with Beyonce. I am okay. And Jay looked good. Jay looked healthy. Okay. He would eat all his fruits and vegetables. The clips round there. Okay. Pharrell and them round there. Just saying. But Jay looks good. Okay. Hold on. Nas was there. I'm just going through the people, child. Nas, who could still get it to this day. I was hoping he would bring out Foxy Brown, but he did not. That did not happen and whatnot, but it's okay. But again, Jay performs, I know for night 3, which we'll get into in 1 second. Night 3 was about almost a 3-hour concert. Okay. We're gonna get to the shenanigans of night 3. We're gonna go in order, okay? But I'm saying Jay, you know what I'm saying? That's young Jay. I don't think that's now Jay. He looks young right there. But again, I'm like, you just have to look at the transition. Okay? The transition of the things. Stop sewing up the blocks to sell rock, winning gunfights for cops, but just a nigga. I said, this is like what if Biggie and Tupac came out and rap, girl. Oh God. Okay. Alicia Keys came out. Okay. Not till you came to for New York. Okay. Now the funny, I'm like, what little mama at? Where Little Mama? I was like, if Jay-Z would have brought Lil Mama out, that would have been hilarious. Okay. Matter of fact, Lil Mama could have sang the chorus. But Because on night 3 he did Ain't No One Gonna Know and I Got No One. He did this song. I'm like 5 to come out, but she did not. She did not. Okay. But again, A Key was around there. Okay. And this was night 1. This was night. Also on night 1, at some point in the show, fans said Jay said, okay, y'all, all right, good night. Good nights. And people got up and was leaving. And so some folks got up and left, and the show went over. He then came back and did encore. Okay. I said, now, why would y'all leave? Why would y'all leave? That was stupid. Okay. So folks were leaving not knowing he wasn't done. And once you left the venue, you could not get back in, which I think is smart because you don't want anyone leaving, getting a gun, a knife, or whatever, and coming back in. So once you out, you out. But I'm like, I saw someone post on I think on Twitter, anybody at a Jay-Z concert or at any concert, if you leave before the lights come on, you're not a fan. It's like going to a Marvel movie and leaving before the second credit. Okay, the second credit. I don't think no one should leave anything until the lights come on. That's your indication, okay, the show is really, really over. So again, but some folks stay because they knew he's not done. It ain't over. You know? Okay, so you have to sometimes come on, I missed. Again, brought out all the peoples. Okay, had the amazing visuals in the back the whole time. I said Beyonce did that. Beyonce said, no, Jay, we have to have visuals. You can't be around here and not have the visual, JC. We need the visual. So we're not done. We're not done. Demetria Lucas, who is she's from the Deep as well. She was there, but she had some great pictures. Great black and white pictures or whatever of the concert. Again, it was a moment, bitch. It was a moment to behold. You had to be there. And if you could not be there, get on a TikTok. Okay, you know everybody and their mama be on TikTok streaming live. Look at little blue. Okay, I'm just saying. I just want to show all the things. Okay. Night two was just Eminem and Slick Rick. Again, night 2 was the shortest of the other 3 nights. I think folks said night 2 was about an hour and a half or whatever. And I said, well, you know, each night was supposed to be about one album. So to me, if you're doing one album, an hour and a half is about a time frame. It's fine. What you want me to do? But again, folks had a good time. We'll go Slick Rick around there. Okay, we already see Eminem around there. We saw Slick Rick already. Alicia Keys posted videos from her night. Hold on.
Thank you for this moment. Thank you for the power within us. Thank you so much for allowing us to put a wave over the people of possibility, faith, and happiness. Thank you so much for the blessing of my brother Jay. Thank you for allowing us to penetrate this moment in a way we never had before. Thank you for timelessness. Thank you for unlimited.
Girl, you talking too much.
In your name we pray. Amen.
But I'm like, Jay looks healthy. Like you can tell Jay has been getting himself together for the show. Just to be able to have the stamina to rap for 3 fucking hours. You know, to remember songs from 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Okay, have the stamina to the breath control to do it all. Okay, it has to be around them. Okay, but again, all the people, all the things, all the funness of it. Okay, everyone having a great time. Again, we know this was speeches there. Look at Blue Ivy. Look at little blue. again, she's 14 now. And we remember Beyonce announcing her pregnancy at the fucking MTV Awards 15 years ago. And look, it's a whole baby. A whole baby. Okay. Anyway, again, everybody, Megan was there on night. This was night one. Okay, night one. This showing just flipping through. Just flipping through. Okay, we flipping through quickly. Okay. Come on, you better bounce it out. Have a good time. We're not even on night two yet. We already showed Eminem. I'm trying to just get the stuff and fast forward. I kept saving all the things because I did not know. Alicia Keys dressed like she holds the Olympic torch. Oh God. But again, I'm like, I kept saving stuff because I'm like, it's you know, Jay-Z will never have a 3-night run at Yankee Stadium with all these people and all these things. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z and Eminem may never do, you know, another performance together. They're both busy. You know, they're both busy. It may not happen. Again, I haven't heard Renegade, and I'm a head next time. Okay, we seen the celebs pop out with Megan Thee Stallion out there. This was night two. I think Meg must have went to all 3 shows because she was at night 1 and night 2. Okay, we also see Mendices in the background recording Meg right over there. Look at Mendices. Look at Mendices recording that lady. Anyway, Meg look good. Okay, Meg look good. But I think they were just in this. They were in the pit with other celebrities. So he wasn't being. It's just that. Lala was there. Lala Anthony. Okay. Her was around there. Okay. LeBron. Okay. Who was that? Oh, LeBron, and I don't know, but that's LeBron. We see Jay in the inside, all the peoples, all the things, all the people, all the things. A big ass party. Okay. Fat Joe. You know who wasn't there? Dame Dash. Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade was around there. Having a good time. Dwayne had his arms out. Okay. Pharrell, Angie, you know Andy, who was Beyonce's cousin. Eminem, June Ambrose, you know June, who was a celebrity stylist. We love her. We love June. Was that Doechii? Was that Doechii? You better think I thought the diamond. You better throw that. Okay. Anyway, Kevin Hart, and then Gerard Carmichael, Andy Martinez, around here. I'm gonna go on time, child. And again, Jay-Z in the things. Dave Chappelle was around there again. But everyone again. I just need folk to comprehend, and that's why I said the gist of this will be the Jay-Z concert, which is why I put him in the middle and then Beyonce and Rihanna. We haven't even got to Rihanna yet, but we're getting there. Again, Sierra and Russell Wilson was around there. Michael B. Jordan, Fat Ass was around there. Gail King. Okay, Joey Badass. Is her name was Sarah? I think it's Sarah. A slim down DJ Khaled. Is that the Santiago man? I feel like that's the Santiago man, but I don't know. DJ Khaled looks so good. It's so good in the way because I know for a long time he's wanted to, slim down and stuff, but I think it looks good. Okay. Lala, and then Sierra, and then Vanessa Bryant was around there. Jay and Sierra. Now, but what we didn't see no pictures of Beyonce hanging out backstage. Okay. We didn't see Beyonce with anybody because she was out about her business somewhere else. Again, Sierra and Russell, Fat Joe, The Dream, Khaled, A Keys, Swiss Beats. We see Megan behind Alicia Keys. All the men's, child names. What's the DJ man name? D Nice. Okay. Kevin Lyles is around there. I don't know who the man is with cigar because his face is covered. Reminds me of him. Again, Alicia Keys and Megan, Joey Badass and his fiance wife, his love of his life. I think her name was pronounced Sarah. It's Seyah, if I'm not mistaken. They look great. Gail, come on, John. John, what is Gail doing? Look at Gail, but y'all look at Jay-Z. You know, some folks don't realize that Jay-Z isn't ugly. Some folks think he's ugly, and I'm like, Jay-Z's not ugly. He isn't. Again, Gail Pink and Michael B. Jordan. Alicia and Swiss Beats. You already seen that one. Again, D Nice. Oh, they're doing that for DMX. So they did rap like a DMX song. You know, LeBron holding the rock sign. You know who wasn't there? Dame Dash. Jadakiss, Lala, Dita Kelly. I don't know who this little kid is. I'm sorry. Kelly, hey Kelly Rowland girl. Hey Kelly girl. Again, everyone and their mama, okay, was around there. Again, ASAP Rocky out there with a baby. ASAP Rocky carrying baby Rocky, their daughter, up in the concert. Okay, and that crazy shit. This was day 3. Okay, we're now at day 3. And that's them getting ASAP Rocky around now, okay, from the crowd. So, night 3. Hold on, let me start over. We can now discuss night 3. Yes, that was Kelly Rowland. Because Kelly was there too. Yes. I'm on a different screen, y'all. So if y'all talking, I can't see it. But okay. Night 3. That went down. I'm gonna open up the other Rock Nation page to see if they have other photos. So night 3 in New York. Okay, I was like, I have to watch night 3 because I'm wondering who's gonna bring out. And so, you know, House of Dragons come on at 9. The show was supposed to start at like 8:30. I'm like, now I'm gonna watch the Dragon show after the concert, bitch. I was sitting around watching. I'm like, why ain't started? Okay, it's 8:30, it's 8:40, it's 9 o'clock. What is going on? And y'all see, look, this is funny. And when I first took my hair down, you said it was kind of limp, but now I saw a big because it dried up. It was kind of wet. So yeah, I'm gonna calm out for a little bit. Anyway, extra screen time. But I was waiting, and then I'm like, bitch, it ain't that. I'm like, what's going on? And I was on social media. So because I was watching multiple lives of folks with inside and outside. And on the inside, they just waiting. Like, yeah, we don't know what's going on. We're just waiting. On the outside, bitch. I'm like, what is going on? Was it a shooting? Was a stab? What happened? So turns out they had to shut the doors, close the doors, lock the doors. Okay, lock the doors. Because they said people started bum rushing the doors. And y'all know, okay, you are not supposed to bump. Try like my hair is crazy now. It's getting very curly, and the comb out is gonna be crazy. The comb out of my hair is gonna be crazy when I'm done in the next 10 minutes. Oh God. Anyway, outside they show people who tried to bum rush the door, and because they tried to bum rush the door and get in, they had to shut everything down because you can't do that. That's not how any of this shit works. So because at one gate folks tried to bum rush, they then had to lock all the gates down for security purposes because we can't have 100 folks rush in. We don't know what they have, what they carrying, what they doing. Are they supposed to be here? We don't know. And let me see, because I feel like on the TikTok, I had saw, I'm not reading my favorites. I thought I saw, I don't have it, but I thought I saw where they showed someone bum rushing in, and that was why it was delayed. The show did not start until 9:15. I'm sorry, until 12:15. The show was delayed 4 hours. 4. Okay. You had folks on the end, and no one on either side of the in or the out knew what was going on. And I don't know if I would have sat there for 4 hours. Okay, for 4 hours. But when I seen the one door folks bum rushing, I'm like, oh, it makes sense. And so Jay finally came out at 12:15 a.m. and explained.
New York City, what's up? So, to explain the delay to you guys, it was like 10,000 people outside. And we closed all the doors, so somebody rushed the door, and they closed the door. And you guys safety, everybody's safety outside. There's 10,000 people outside. Everyone to start music, people get trampled. So I know, really sorry for the inconvenience, but I had to make sure everybody was okay.
So y'all couldn't hear that. He said, people was bum rushing the doors. And so we had to lock the doors down. Because it was 10,000 people outside. And they already tried to bum rush the doors at 7 p.m. We can't imagine what's gonna happen if we have 10,000 people outside who is maybe supposed to be in here, and we start the show if they try to bum rush this whole thing. So he's like, for safety purposes, we had to delay the show until we're able to get as many folks in as we could. We had to just slowly let folks in. Slow. Okay. Then I think it's a valid reason to me because, yeah, don't rush the shit. Yeah, take your time. Don't let the bum rushers in. Because God forbid somebody bum rush their way in and start shooting and it's a stampede and then, you know what I'm saying, all that shit. So, them holding up the show to still let people in, I think was smart. Now, I don't know if everyone got in. I'm not sure. But safety-wise, holding shit off until everyone made it in makes sense to me. Okay? Anyway, night 2, bitch. After a 4-hour delay. Yes, he put safety first. They could have canceled because it's at like 8. They knew at like 7:38 this was going on. They could have canceled the concert and said, everybody go home. But they said, no, we'll just wait it out. We'll pay the fee for being late. In New York, shit got to be over by like 11 something. They didn't start until 12:15. They didn't start until Monday morning. Okay. He said, no, we'll wait. Make them wait. Okay. But again, night 2, he brought out Usher, who was doing the things. Okay. Doing push-ups and whatever. Usher, where your shirt at? Finally you realize that I need you. I want you back. Put your shirt on, Usher. Okay. Why you, Usher? What did you get naked for, Usher? What did you doing, Usher? Anyway, bitch, when Jeezy, bitch, let me look at my notes because I was taking notes, but I knew him was asleep. and I was trying to tell him what had happened and stuff. Oh, my notes. So I sent him a long ass. I sent him a long ass note. I said, show started at 12:15 a.m. ish. So far, it's 1 a.m. on type of this. He brought out JD from the thing, Tom Taylor. But when Jeezy, I said, Jeezy came on for Go Crazy and send it off. Bitch, I don't think I did. At all. I know I did. If I did, what name did I say? But I doubt I said his name. But when Jeezy came and did Go Crazy, when they did I Done It All, I was up out the bed hype. Something about Jeezy music gets in my spirit. Okay, it awakes the hood girl in me. Okay, and I was like, bitch, I'm the realest. I was so. Okay, something about this. And Jeezy irks my fucking nerves. But again, something about the music, I don't know, bitch. Something about it, okay? I'm just saying, bitch. I said, you, not Jeezy, not Jay-Z, Jay-Z, okay? JD. I said, not money ain't a thing, bitch. Not money ain't a thing. Oh, yeah, Jeezy. I can say this. Him name doesn't rhyme with shit Jeezy. Yes, me saying Jeezy that's not that man's name at all. Not at all. Whole different outfit. But JD came out for Money in the Tank. Y'all want to floss with us? Some content. Okay. Now, Tiana Taylor. I don't know. So when I'm cold, when I'm hot, like my hand is cold. I'm trying to put my hands in my pockets, but I can't get my shirt is over. It's so crazy. I keep moving my clothes around. So night one, Beyonce did a chorus of the song, and Beyonce did great. Beyonce did amazing, and this is no shade to our girl Tiana Taylor, because we love her. However, having Beyonce do the chorus on night one, and then Tiana comes to it on night 3, even though she is that rolls from the concrete and all those things, her mic wasn't on. Like, it was sound issues. You couldn't hear her, and I felt so bad. I said, I don't know if somebody purposely cut her mic off. I'm not sure. But I felt like trying to do it after Beyonce. And Tiana can sing in her own way. But I felt bad for her because out of the 3 nights, and there were a few sound issues, on other things, like little itty stuff. But I felt like on her, you could not hear her. Now, maybe in the stadium you could, and I switched between different people's live feeds to be sure, because sometimes on one person's live feed, depending on where they're sitting at, their phone, their connection, whatever, you can hear more or less. And I switched between a few different clips, and I'm like, oh, her mic is not working. Her mic, and you can't hear her. And the little bit when you could hear her, it wasn't Mary, because Mary, Mary the Black did the original. it wasn't Beyonce. So part of me felt like this maybe they could have started with Tim Taylor and then had Beyonce come out on night 3. I don't know. I feel bad. Because that's one little hiccup at the concert. Bitch Rihanna. I said, bitch, now again, we ain't seen Rihanna perform since the Super Bowl. Was that 2 years ago? Come on, Rihanna. And her name, child. So when was that? 2023. So the last time we seen her perform was at the Super Bowl. And she sounded good. She did. The mic will go out a little bit here and there, or I think she wasn't singing, full out. And whatever. She also did Bitch Better Have My Money. Bitch Better Have My Money. Y'all should know me well enough. Pay me what you want. Okay. But again, I said she looked great. Okay. Now she did say on stage, I missed this, y'all. Well, bitch, do a tour. Okay, do a tour. Okay. Rihanna sounded great. She's had 3 children. She's in leather. She's in heels. Hot in New York. It's a lot going on. It's a lot. But she looked and sounded good. And that's what matters. Rihanna walked out. I was so happy. I was so elated. Because to me, hearing that song, no one else can do that hook. No one else can do that. No one else can sing like Rihanna. I don't really want to hear anyone else do that. Hey, Fuller Boy, I don't want to hear anyone else do that at all. And she came out and did the thing. Okay. We ready? Did it. I don't want to get flack. I gotta keep cutting the music off. But Rihanna did great. Okay. Then I'm like, how can you top Rihanna? Because I felt like because he brought out Beyonce for night 1, I didn't think, and not for night 2, I didn't think he would bring her out for night 3, this in my opinion. And Rihanna came on. I'm trying to see what time the Beyonce came on. Beyonce came on at 2:22. I said, I am tired. I am 44. I need a nap. It is 2 o'clock in the morning, okay? But I can't watch it fully. And when Beyonce came out to do Drunken Love, okay, and her booty shorts, okay, and her Yankee top, and her curly hair, with her dancers, or her own little set, in the thing. And the fact that they did her set to the song the same way they did it when Jay-Z came out on her tour and stuff like that. It was like, bitch, what are we doing? I said, first of all, Beyonce said, bitch, I am ready for my tour. Okay? We are doing a tour. Okay? We are together. Okay? That is my husband. What are you doing? We be all night. Surfboarding. Okay? Board to surf. Surfboard. Okay? I love it. And Jay-Z came out or whatever. Again, the energy for night 3 was insane. Like, to me, every artist that came out, it was bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm like, bitch, but how he gonna top Rihanna? And I said, well, I guess Crazy in Love. That's the way to do it. And Beyonce looked great. I love her hair. I love her outfit. They set it out Timberland boots. Now I thought they would do Bonnie and Clyde because technically Bonnie and Clyde was the first song they did Bonnie and Clyde together. They did Deja Vu together. They did Upgrade You together. But I thought they would try to do Bonnie and Clyde. But them doing this was fine by me. It was fine. Okay. And again, my man. What you gonna do, bitch? Okay. What you gonna do, bitch? I'm gonna kiss my husband. Okay. And y'all know they had some good dirty sex when they got home. When Jay-Z got out the shower and Beyonce got her, when they were both clean and dry off, child, hair tied up. She didn't wash that man hair. He didn't wash hers. Some good sex, some dirty sex. Okay, no condom sex. Because I'm pretty sure either Jay-Z is snipped or Beyonce is tied. You can't tell me they out shot raw, girl. You know, and the fact that everyone looked amazing. Rihanna, I'm mad I could not find more photos of Rihanna from that night. But I haven't looked at it earlier. But again, everyone looked good. Meaning everyone knew for a while. Okay. Everyone got ready for this. Okay. From the Clips, Pharrell, Eminem, Slick Rick, Nas, all the people. Everyone said, hey, we gotta be ready. We can't be at Yankee Stadium on that bull stuff. We can't be on that bull stuff. And Beyonce said, I can't either, hoe. Again, Pharrell, Swiss Beats, the Clips, and the Clips came out and did grinding. Grinding. I was like, again, my childhood, my teenage years, my young adulthood. Look, Jaylee in her late, from 17 to 30, I lived a life. The reason I be in the house now, because I was out the house from 17 to 30. Okay, I need my rest now. And I was like, to have so many artists from the hip hop world, from the genre of who we are. This is not just about Jay-Z. It's the fucking culture. You know what I'm saying? Everyone he brought up on that stage is a part of our culture. Everyone has played a role in something from the time I was a fucking freshman in high school back in 1996 and before. Okay? Because again, the child, when that was 30 years, right? Reasonable Dog came out in 96. I was a freshman in high school. Okay? I was a freshman in high school. So I think we have to also recognize, when Rihanna came out with Pon Replay, Beyonce and them was with, the Destiny Child. You know what I'm saying? All the earliness of our young hood is what this is. When Pharrell was this the producers with the Rough Riders. Okay, when Pharrell was just the nerdy kid on a skateboard. Okay, Jadakiss. And girl, I'm just saying it was just all the things. All the things.
To the next one, please. Somebody bring me back some money, please.
Okay. I'm just saying. Amazingness. And my nickname in high school was Jigga. So Jigga, my nigga, was my song. People would be outside of school, Jigga, and it's me. It's talking to me. I'm just saying. I don't think people recognize the impact the 90s hip hop era was. And for all those artists, we've lost so many people. So to still see all them folks coming up here, you know what I'm saying, is a blessing. Child, DMX dead, is so many dead people. We want the live people. I would have so amped. Fat Joe, Jadakiss came out. I was like, you better. And when they did is it Frank Sinatra? When he played that version of New York, you know what I'm saying? I'm not from this, I don't know. Okay. New York, that one. You better, because again, I am Detroit born and raised. So I can understand having pride in your city, in your state. You know what I'm saying? So I can, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I get it, bitch. I get it. I'm the same way about the beat. Okay. And if you did not get to go, Libby, if you did not get to go to the concert, I watched on the TikToks. This brown, her hair, these heels, bitch, the sunglasses. She sounded great. The vibe was great. Okay, the clips, Beyonce and her girls surfboarding around here, curly hair. Okay, Pharrell around there. Again, Jeezy. This is the equivalent. What if Beyonce did a concert and at every stop brought out all the R&B girls? You know, every stop was a different R&B girl who was a legend in our time. That's what it is. Okay, it's all the thing. But Usher, put a fucking shirt on. Okay, put a fucking shirt on. Okay, this is not an R&B session. Why we do put your shirt on? Put your shirt on, Usher. What are you doing? The Dream came out too. What did he come out for? What was it? Oh yeah, Church in the Wild was what he came out for, the chorus. Now at some point, I'm like, because he did Niggas in Paris. I said, is he gonna bring out Kanye? I was confused. I was wondering. I know he ain't. I know he's not gonna bring out Kanye because he did Niggas in Paris. Maybe all 3 nights. I think. I don't know. But when he did it for night 2, I said, wait a minute, is he gonna bring out? No. And I like how he would still rap other songs on the beats of other songs. Y'all, it was a masterclass in the legend that Jay-Z is. And not only the legend that he is, but all the people who he's worked with over the years, how great they are too. Because this did not just showcase Jay-Z, it also showcased everyone else. Everyone else. Everyone he brought out, and still showcased them as the great artists they are as well. So I, again, for the culture of us, I love it. I do. Now, you know, the Rock Nation will crumble. Tory Lanez is in prison, man. But Rock Nation, of course, posted some pictures, you know, real fast, real quickly, or whatever. Again, I hope they made some kind of documentary with all of this. A part of me wishes and hopes and prays that I got to do something in the kitchen. Okay, I can't play the sound. I cannot play the sound. But again, everyone and their mama showed up. Everyone and their mama. Can you imagine a concert with India Ari, Jill Scott, Guapole, Mariah Carey, Beyonce, the whole Brownstone, you know, just all the girls, all the artists, you know, all the people just show up. You know, Floetry comes around there, Chrisette Michelle, all the girls, and we just vibe to the music. And to me, it was a vibe. It was a hip hop rap vibe for 3 days. We won't get this again. Again, I mentioned in the beginning, I remember going to the freaking movie theater to see Fade to Black. Jay-Z's first documentary, movie about making an album. And how Deidre, it is 12:23 in the morning. No one here is worshiping an idol. No one here is discussing any false idols. Okay. I'm going to need you sometime to just, okay. I am the granddaughter of pastors and preachers. There is a difference between worshiping false idols versus just appreciating the talent of people that we have. And I don't think anybody in the chat or anyone who enjoyed this 3-day weekend of hip-hop enjoyment is worshiping false idols. And I know you ain't talking about me. However, I don't think anyone who was a fan of an artist should be put in the box of worshiping false idols. I notice I want to recognize the fact that we are able to enjoy artists. I'm sure Jesus liked the players of music in his time too. But no one is worshiping any false idols. Okay. However, this weekend was something that we all enjoyed. And again, Rihanna looked fucking amazing. Okay. Anytime there are people of the culture that put on a show for 3 days and sells out a stadium for 3 nights for us to celebrate the music, I will always take my time to recognize that, because we don't get enough recognition in general. We are always put in a position to feel less than. So anyone that is celebrating the wonderfulness that is Black culture should be celebrated. There is no worshiping false idols when it comes to the celebration of Black culture and of Black artists and of the celebration of who we are as people. Music brings us together. Because if Kirk Franklin had a concert and we had a whole conversation about Kirk Franklin and them and the Pointer Sisters and BB and CeCe Winans and Ty Tribbett or any of the gospel singers, we're just celebrating the music they are. So I want to, while I appreciate every person who comes and listens to me talk for 3 hours and 18 minutes since we've been off for so far, I want to just say this out loud to people, and this is not to anyone in particular. This is in general. My channel is a place of peace and upliftingness and foolishness and light in the midst of bullshit. And I want everyone to know you have free reign to express your opinion. But please try your best to not make your opinion be against whatever we're celebrating, because then that feels like a Debbie Downer. Okay? And when we're all here celebrating something we like, if that ain't no cup of tea, that's cool. But I just want everyone to know, you know, uplifting is just the best piece of it. And I get some people don't like Jay, they don't like Beyonce. However, that's fine. But I'm like, I mean, just again, you see what it says at the bottom? Love, light, and positivity in the midst of the foolishness. So let's celebrate Black art, Black music, Black artists. You know, no one, I don't worship shit besides Jesus. You know, even if I am very enthusiastically, even if anyone in the world is very enthusiastic, anyone is enthusiastically celebrating and supporting people, that's okay. Life is hard enough without thinking, is God, look at God sees all. Okay. Anyway, if y'all want to see more pictures from Jay-Z's 3 nights, there are many pictures on the Rock Nation page. I will always be a celebrator of, I love music. I love music. I love Black people. I love Black culture. And we don't get the recognition all the time. You know, a lot of folks thought hip hop wouldn't be around till now. You know, and even if this was again an R&B celebration, you know, if this was a gospel celebration, if this was a celebration to actors, okay, if this was a celebration of teachers who teach deaf, whatever it is, okay, I just like to celebrate shit. Okay, I'm going to bed. I love you all. Okay, y'all know, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. I'll be back eventually. I don't know when. It depends on what's going on in the world and how I feel. Tomorrow or today it is currently July 14th. Today is my mom's 63rd birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. Well, she's asleep right now. But again, today's my mom's birthday, so that's probably why I will not be on live later on today. I don't know yet. I don't know. She be in life. But happy birthday, Mom. Even though you're at home sleep right now, you might watch it later and hear me say, happy birthday, Mom. I love you. You're the best thing ever in life. And I'm happy God blessed me with you. Okay, so y'all make sure to go to my mom's page on, if y'all follow her, go follow. If y'all follow her, y'all know where the fuck see her at. Okay. I will probably post a happy birthday post on my IG later on. But again, happy birthday to my mama. And other than that, y'all, I'm gonna go to bed. Bye.